Alright guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Jesus.
What is up, everyone? Happy Tuesday.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another episode. Episode number 96. Almost there.
Oh, yeah.
Almost there to 100. Alright, before we get started, if you guys want to get these nice Media Hijack t-shirt, I got the other model of the media, the logo on the left chest print.
I've got the vintage model. I got this one.
Chris got the official black with the white letters on.
With the radio tower.
Which is an alien tower device.
Is that what it is?
Kind of. We use that to try to get contact with the other side.
We ain't talking about aliens either.
We're talking about
Earth 3. A whole nother Earth.
You saved me from saying something wrong. All right, guys, head over to the MediaHijack.com to grab you some official t-shirts. Also, if you guys want to join our Reddit community, post whatever you guys want. We're just posting like a lot of weird and funny videos now.
Man, this week on Reddit was too much for me. I had to stop. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, Reddit it'd be wild.
Quick Reddit story. I saw a video yesterday. I don't know why. I thought about posting it on our page, but I was like, no, this shit was disgusting. But here's the video, right?
Shit.
I'm gonna explain it. There's this guy. He's like in the vehicle. His window's like cracked open just a little bit, and there's this chick standing outside of his window, completely naked and high as shit. And she's like, hey. She's like asking him for something, like, I need some money. Like she's like butt nilsy naked. I'm talking about like from head to toe. Like she didn't even wear no socks.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, like I want something, whatever. She asked him for something. He's like, no, can you get away from my car? And she like climbs up, like straight up. She like climbs on top of his vehicle.
Damn.
And he has like he has like one of them clear sunroofs, right? So the glass was on. The glass was up. And like she's naked and she squats down, starts pissing on it.
Damn.
And then starts shitting on it.
Damn.
And then she's like still talking to him, but then laying in her own shit on top of his car. He's like, bitch, will you get off my car, please? Like,
That's crazy.
I thought about posting it to our Reddit page, but I was like, I didn't even finish the video. I stopped as soon as I saw like everything just come flying out from underneath her. I was like, okay, you know what?
Yeah. Heads up, don't post stuff like that.
This is no 2 girls, 1 cup type stuff. Right? We gotta.
No nasty stuff like that. Either it's funny or it's interesting.
What makes us question things like the 2 eggs inside of each other, or
the 2 eggs,
the deer that fell out of nowhere, shit like that, you know.
Yeah, something normal where you can actually watch at work. Yeah. Nothing that white. Oh shit, she's shitting on my ceiling.
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Sorry, I know I got crazy. That traumatized me so much. I was like, I gotta tell this Reddit story.
I see the video in my head.
It's
even
horrible.
though I haven't seen it.
It's horrible.
Also, guys, if you guys want to catch the replay for this episode, head over to a YouTube page. Catch the replay if you guys missed the live show. And if you guys want to visit us on this live show, we're here every Tuesday at Twitch TV/Media Hijack. All the links down there. We're always here 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes, sir.
Every Tuesday. And also, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. 5-star Frog Splash.
Let's get it.
All right. Let's get into these topics for tonight. All right. So, just going hot on this one. So,
okay.
Have you ever ate out anybody's asshole before?
Okay.
Came in hot.
They came in hot.
Came in hot.
Oh man. I don't know if this has anything to do with the real topic, but have I?
It's not even a topic.
Is this a legit question you're asking me?
Yeah. But it is part of the show.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever heard of anybody like eating somebody's ass out and then getting food poison?
No. No. Is this?
That's weird, right? I guess it depends on the type of quality of groceries.
Yeah. Maybe. No, that don't make no sense. Maybe.
Yeah, because I never heard of anybody like doing that and then they get sick after that. Because they wouldn't do it unless it's, But some people, what
kind of butt, like, do they not wipe? That's what I'm thinking, for you to get food poisoning from.
Well, I mean, you never know the situation. So either they're just done with the shower or either it's mystery groceries.
Yeah. Okay.
And you don't know. And then you might get food poison, E. coli, or
Okay.
Shell Shock says tongue punching the fart box.
No, I do it. I don't. It's whatever. If you down there, you're gonna run into it at some point. They close together, so it's like
Right.
sometimes you're gonna make a turn down the wrong street and just go. So
It's like, whoa,
oh yeah, you know what? Oh, this is kind of weird neighborhood, but I'm gonna just keep driving.
past the tank.
But no, I never heard about like never even thought about getting food poisoning from
Right.
eating the box. Well, actually, no, that's not the box. The back alley. What would you call it?
A butthole?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Or
The dirt road?
I was trying to
Take the dirt road.
tobacco road.
So when you say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be eating ass, does that sound like a normal ass? Or if I say something like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat out her booty hole, is it a different type? Like if you just
A different
say
type
ass,
of booty hole or a different
Yeah.
type of ass, like
Yeah.
on a girl.
or if you say booty hole, does it sound like the ass is like not as high quality? Because booty hole is more
It's more visceral. That's more like like it's like,
like
you know
booty
like,
hole.
like booty hole. It's just like I eat butt. It's just kind of PG. I
Yeah.
guess.
But if you say eat ass, it's like they took a shower.
Yeah,
But if you say eat booty hole, that's like the mystery pack.
that's the
That's like the underwear's ripped up too.
like they just got off of work from
Working a 12.
TGI Fridays,
12.9 hour shift.
sweating the whole time and walking, got blisters on their feet.
Mining diamonds.
There you go.
You'll get that booty hole. But here's like my thing I was coming to.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
with
what
all
that
the
was what I was waiting for.
With all the booty hole, with all the
Okay.
booty hole talk.
Okay, that's what I was waiting for.
Here's what I really wanted to talk about. So, I was watching Japanese porno, right? Long time ago, like I don't know, when I was first young, like in my 20s, right?
Okay.
And I was wondering why Japanese porno is always, they blur everything out. Everything's always censored.
Yeah, it's weird.
I was like, hey, I can't see nothing. You can't see her vagina or his penis, but you can see the girl tits, right? Oh, Bob came at the wrong time. You sure did.
Yes. What's up, Bob?
But we're about to jump in the real topic. But so I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this porno? We can't see nothing.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But you know what's weird about Japanese porno?
It's got something to do with like, I think I heard about the blurring out of the genitals. I think it's like insulting the show or something like that. I've heard some before. There's a reason why they blur it out.
Yeah,
It's a cultural reason, but it's
yeah. It's like they can't show like the hole or nothing.
Yeah.
It's like something respectful shit.
yeah, but it's sure like
Yeah.
somebody getting busted all over or all types of
Right.
wild shit.
Just use your imagination.
Yeah,
But here's the thing, like with Japanese porn, like they censor everything out except for the butthole. Did you guys ever notice that?
I've never noticed that.
Cause I'm just watching it one day, just studying, in the library and shit. And I was like, hey, hold on, the butthole is never censored. Wouldn't that be just as bad as the vagina hole?
Yeah, it's a
Probably
whole-
worse, because
Yeah.
that's where the trash goes.
Yeah, that'll come out. Yeah, and then the front is
Yeah.
makes more sense
It's
because
a garbage disposal,
procreation reasons. Yeah,
but it's not censored.
I
And
thought
if you
about
guys don't believe me, go look up
you
yourself.
got a video? Oh, okay.
Go look. No, I don't have a
I thought we
video.
was gonna watch a video. I'm like, it's about to get
How
nasty
to
in
get
here.
banned in 1 second. But yeah, I noticed that and I caught it like the other day. I mean, I caught it like 15 years ago. But yeah, they don't blur.
Damn,
they don't blur the butthole out.
You're ahead of your time, sir. Because I didn't notice that 15 years ago. I didn't notice it now.
I studied it.
That's interesting.
Shell Shock says it's family value time. Wait, he didn't say time. He says so you can all watch together.
So, yes.
Bob says, you heard about they changing up the dress code for the girls. They can't wear their hair in ponytails and pigtails anymore. With the Japanese females?
Is it? I didn't hear about this, but I'm wondering if it's got anything to do with like over sexualizing maybe youthfulness, like
Yeah.
schoolgirl shit. They're trying to back away from it because that has built up a bad fetish for about good 20 years now, maybe even more.
Yeah.
Around the world.
They call
I blame it on Britney Spears. No, I'm joking, but if you think about it, that shit she did in the beginning,
Dude.
put the whole schoolgirl thing on map. At least in America, I can't speak anywhere
Yo,
else.
speaking of Britney Spears, since you brought that up, let's just go off a tangent a little bit.
Okay.
So this whole Mandela effect shit, right?
Oh Lord,
Hey,
let's get it.
since we grew up at a time where we're old enough to understand music videos,
Yeah,
remember that Britney Spears video where she was dressed up in the school outfit?
yeah.
What kind of skirt was she wearing? Without looking up anything, you guys don't look up nothing, but you guys remember the skirt that she was wearing in the video?
I'm gonna say it, and I'm probably wrong because I haven't watched this video probably about 20 years now, maybe a little
Yeah.
more or maybe a little less. But I want to say checkered,
Oh, yeah.
Like red and blue, but I might be wrong, or red and white, or something.
Or like a plaid, right?
You're like a plaid type of looking thing. Yeah,
that's what I remember too. Like, let's see if the chat knows. Shell Shock says it's basically how girls can't wear spaghetti straps and stuff. Yeah. Shell Shock says gray plaid schoolgirl skirt.
Oh.
Okay, let's see what Bob says.
So Bob says no.
Because I always thought it was a plaid skirt.
Me too. And Bob says no, it's not. That's not what it was. Gray. See.
Yeah, but was it like plaid, like the design of the skirt? Don't look it up yet.
No.
I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, because they're saying the skirt itself is gray.
Yeah, it's gray, like a gray plaid.
So I remember, I thought she was wearing like a gray over, like what the fuck? I'm thinking differently. I don't know. I can't remember our top now.
You see, Bob says it's not plaid or like checkered.
Pleated?
If you actually look up the video, it's actually straight black.
What?
It's a straight up black skirt. It's no plaid, no nothing. No.
So everybody's wrong right
so
here.
We're all wrong.
We're all wrong.
So we
it's always been black.
So we're going through like the Mandela moment right now, where we remember something completely different from what's in reality.
You know what my problem is, and why the Mandela effect probably affects me, because I've watched porn of the schoolgirl outfit, so maybe that's what's replacing my memory of the actual Britney Spears video. Maybe
I'm sure she had plaid on. And here's another one, video. Shit. Speaking of Britney Spears. Shell Shock says, hot damn, that's true.
Damn.
Here's another video. Remember that one video? I forgot the title, but she's wearing like the whole red outfit. And then she had
the blonde hair?
Yeah, she had the little the microphone.
Yeah, she's like on stage, right?
Yeah. Well, in the video, like she had the microphone and shit over her face, the headset.
You gotta sing the song for me. If somebody knows a song,
I think
then
I don't know, it's a slave for you or some shit.
Is that it? I was thinking like Toxic, but no, Toxic is like
maybe Toxic.
I can't remember. Whatever.
Yeah, but like so in the video, she doesn't have the head jack no more, the headset.
Okay.
So she's doing this right in the video, but she's holding nothing. Like what's crazy about it?
Is it oops I did it again?
Yeah, oops I did it again.
She
doesn't have like the headset no more.
Okay. Wait, so she was wearing it? Oh no, like she was before and now she's not.
Well, I remember her wearing the headset in the.
Or some kind of like something like like a mic.
She was doing this for no reason.
Like a mic in front of her mouth.
Yeah,
or some shit, remember?
like she did like this for no reason in the video. I was like, but where's the headset? And they even made toys with her with the headset, so that was. But weird.
She never had. The
but headset. In the video, she never had the headset. Yeah.
Boy.
Weird, right? See what happened when you mentioned Britney Spears?
Down the rabbit hole.
We go down another road.
And I'm glad you brought that up. That's interesting. I didn't.
Bob says she don't have the headset. I remember the headset.
And I remember a headset too. At least a mic was coming down.
Yeah, even in the music video, or the VMA, and even in the regular music video.
So okay, maybe I'm thinking about the VMAs then, because she did rock that shit, the outfit.
Well, she had to have the mic.
But not in the music video though. She never had.
Yeah,
it.
she never had it.
Oh. But they made the toy basically based. I don't know. The live performance. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, so moving on.
That was interesting though. Free Britney.
The butthole, right? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What was going on?
So there's this other story. I don't know if it's old or new. I just heard it on the internet. So a 180-pound woman, she's charged with manslaughter.
Oh, I thought we were still talking about buttholes. Are we done?
We're done.
Okay, my fault. I'm so sorry. My fault. I didn't mean to derail the show. I got to continue.
Okay, so a 480-pound woman, she's charged with manslaughter for accidentally killing her boyfriend. And how she did it was she sat on his face and he suffocated. She didn't know. They didn't have like a safe word or a safety action.
Like I know in porn they pinch sometimes. They pinch or slap their thigh. Like,
right.
Hey, I'm tapping out.
So she was so in the moment, letting him go downtown on her. Meanwhile, this dude's suffocating. Can't breathe. And 480 pounds, if you think about it.
His head got crushed.
Yeah. No, there's no room for nothing.
No kind of like anything to come in underneath the...
Yeah. I guess she was about to climax and then he took a little too long because he wasn't breathing.
Oh, she probably squeezes her legs together and he's like...
Yeah, and then he took his last breath and died. Now she'd be in charge with manslaughter.
No, I don't think she should be charged with that. That happens. That's not the first time somebody's died like that.
He died happy at least, right?
He probably like grin on his face like,
this is how I'm gonna die.
My love,
I can't breathe. And then she's like, hands in the air and shit. Just
no, he's probably like, this is the best moment of my life. And
Jesus.
Just all the oxygen just got sucked out of his body. Damn.
Steve Jobs. Where am I?
What is going on?
I thought I was in Alabama. I think this was in Kentucky or some shit.
Oh Lord.
I didn't read the whole article. I just read the headline and I heard the story somewhere else. I was like,
did she just like get off shift from work?
I don't know, but she's in big trouble.
Damn, that's sad. I feel bad for her.
She
Like,
killed somebody's son.
he had to be like a skinny dude too.
Maybe. It's always like that. The dynamics is like either a big girl, skinny guy,
Yeah.
big guy, big girl,
Yeah.
skinny girl sometimes.
Such a vast difference.
Yeah. Shell Shock says, oh, so it was his cousin. Might be her cousin.
Kentucky.
Man, anybody who can gain 480 pounds.
That doesn't tear like your skin, like I think I would assume that would. Well, maybe unless the skin can adjust to the body's weight, you know.
The human body's magic.
Yeah.
Basically.
So, oh my God, I heard somebody explain this the other day. What was it on? I don't know if I read this or I can't remember if I saw this, but somebody was explaining like the human body. Oh, I was playing a video game, and some dude who's like hates humans, or whatever. He explained the human body's like it's just a mech of like meat and like just biofluids and da 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 da. It's basically a machine, but created by something else. It was something crazy, but the way he broke it down, is like
created by God.
It sounds like a machine, but no, he believes in like some algorithm, like some type of being of numbers, like this. Whatever he believes in is not even a god, but he believes in like the way he broke down what a human being is comprised of. It sounds like a robot created by nature. That's really what it is. The way he kind of explained it was kind of dope. But
I mean, if you think about it, the human body is so damn advanced, dude, compared to even technology today.
I don't think we can even figure out how this shit works.
Yeah, we can't even comprehend this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's so advanced. But yeah, that's that story. I have to take a quick bathroom break, but when we get back, we're going to talk about the main topic, which is going to be talking about the human brain and how scientists, they actually got a glimpse of the afterlife.
I've been excited for this all day, man. I'm not going to lie.
All right, guys, be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás? All right, so main topic.
Let's get it.
All right, so the first recording of a dying human brain points to memory flashback. So physicians at a university in Louisville, Kentucky, they have recorded the first brain scan of a person as he died during the brain scan. So this guy was doing a brain scan, right? They didn't know he was going to die. So in the middle of a brain scan, he had a heart attack. And he physically died inside that thing where they're doing the brain scan.
He died,
and they recorded everything. And this was the first time they were able to record somebody actually having death.
Dying and then the process of after.
Yeah, then seeing the whole brain function.
And he's died from a heart attack?
Yeah, he died from a heart attack.
Oh, I got a theory already.
So they say.
Yeah, then they killed him and it's like, we're gonna run some tests. And they kill him and then like, okay, run the last brain scan we can get in the process of dying. But, I mean, yeah, it's probably how science usually works. You know, you gotta do some evil shit to get the good shit.
Bob said, who pees that fast? I did this for you guys.
Yo, he's like a machine.
I peed fast for you guys.
I heard it from here. That's how fast he was going.
Pressure wash. But yeah, so the dude, he had the heart attack, died, and then they were baffled at the moment he died and everything that they recorded on his brain, like all the brain waves and activity that was going on. They said the type of activity that his brain was giving off was like somebody who was still like talking, like having a conversation and in like a meditation state, like a calm state.
Kind of easing them out of it.
Yeah, but still active. Brain is still active, but in a state like a calm state. And they're like, whoa, this is crazy. This dude is already dead, but we recorded everything that happened with his brain.
After his heart stopped and...
After all that.
Yeah, because I think they do say like the brain still remains active after you die.
Yeah.
For like a certain amount of time.
But they were never able to record like what happened.
Yeah.
But they were recording like real activity. Like he was going through some shit. Like going through like whatever. They're like, this dude... Like if you were to show that recording to somebody, like, yeah, he's still alive. But actually this dude is dead and his brain is still
is still running, yeah.
It's still doing like whatever he was doing.
Because I know before, I think they realized this before about how like the brain may have activity after people's death. I think let's say, when I say that, I mean humans. I think I don't know when they first started learning this, but I want to say, I might be completely wrong about this, but I want to say like during the times of the days in England when it was like putting people in guillotines and shit and chopping off people's heads. People's eyes was like still blinking, or mouths was still moving or whatever. After the fact, after they got their head cut off.
Yeah, well, that's like
but it's like it's like two different
like a
systems.
nerve thing.
Yeah, it's two different systems running with separate from your heart. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you chop off a lizard's tail, the tail is still wagging.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a kind of like a nerve thing. Like the nerve is like, oh shit, what's the other end? I don't know. Let's just fuck around, just start shaking.
So this is like the actual.
This is the actual brain recording.
We got all the.
Which baffled their minds. Like, holy shit, this is the first time. I bet you nobody ever recorded this. We got to do it more.
We need more men.
Yeah, like it was It was actually an 87-year-old man.
Oh yeah, so he was ready to go.
He was already there.
He probably volunteered for it. So yo, just do me right here in this machine. Like, let's go for
before
science.
we do his brain scan. Do you feel like you're about to die? I don't know, doctor. Let's just do it.
Like, do you want to die? I'm 87. So you're cool with this? Yeah.
Force heart attack. We can force a heart attack.
You won't feel nothing.
Put all these drugs in him. Yep.
Take all this cocaine. Just take all this cocaine and lay in this bed.
Yep. So the 30 seconds before and after his heart stopped, it showed an uptick in brain activity associated with dreams, memories, meditation, and concentration.
Is it DMT kicking in?
That's DMT kicking in, man. That's him seeing the tunnel, the light.
And then it just feels like you're just dreaming after that.
Yeah, because it feels like...
That's got to be a good way to go out there. I ain't gonna lie.
A good way for you guys to...
It makes sense why the brain would do that.
If you guys want to know how it is, just take a psychedelic. That's how it is
when
you die. That's as close as you get to death without dying. And this is why you appreciate life so much, because you come out of it and you're still alive. And you're like, I better take this chance and just live your life, you know?
But sometimes it's good. It's kind of like, then you come back from the trip and you're like, everything is dirty here. Like, it's just grime.
That was me. I was like, ugh.
I was like, everything is disgusting.
I was like, I'm so disgusted.
Yes.
All these chemicals and shit in the house.
What am I breathing? Like, I've tripped out before. And I'm like, oh, this is.
Yeah. I was going to throw away all my toilet cleaner away. I was like, ew, get this chemical out of here.
Like, what I just left from was like just pure, like some energy or something. I don't know what it is.
Disgusting.
Frictionless world. I don't know how to explain it.
And then the next day, back to normal.
Yeah. Just back on that grind.
Get off me. That's wild. But here's my thing, though. Like, even though, like, this breakthrough in science and stuff, how they were able to capture the brain activity while the brain was dying, did anybody get in trouble for this? As far as, like, did they do something wrong that caused him to have a heart attack? Or was there a further investigation as far as, like, how did he die while doing a brain scan? Did anybody get in trouble for it? Or was science so happy that they threw anybody getting in trouble out the window and just said, hey, this is for science. This is good stuff. You should thank the family.
It could be like that. I mean, I can see where... because... if they had used somebody at the age of like 22 and they had a heart attack underneath their care...
Questions, right?
There'd been questions. Because somebody 87, heart attack, nobody's going to suspect anything more than that.
You're right. No big deal.
And honestly, it's like, it's I'm pretty... If they could get somebody younger to test it on, they would, if they could. But that might be almost too unethical to do that. So get somebody who's like 87.
Yeah.
Probably got whatever health, whatever.
That already lived his life.
Been around since... fucking World War II, whatever.
Screwed everybody's company over.
Joe, this is
insider trading.
We'll kill him or whatever, and then monitor his brain signals on the way out, because at the end of the day, it's still a brain, and the signals of him being like that age, it can't be any different from like what the brain signals sent out when you go through the process of dying. How would it be any different from anybody else dying? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's like this is perfect. It's the perfect subject.
Yeah, it's like. It reminds me of that movie. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I forgot. But it's the movie where there was a doctor that actually have official video document of life after you die. Like he was saying there is actually life after you die. So the doctor, he made a breakthrough in this shit. He was able to prove everything. Like, hey, when you die, you actually do go somewhere. And we have video proof. So they show like video proof of them in the afterlife living another life. So this is when they had that tick where like everybody started committing suicide because they're like, oh fuck this life. If I know there's another life for me over there, I'm killing myself. So somebody made like an app or whatever, a suicide ticker app. So the suicide like around the world was going up so high, and people just offing themselves.
This shit sucks. I'm out. And it's kind of like, oh, you even if this is true, you can't be telling people this because it's unethical.
Right.
For everybody to be on mass suicide.
It was a wild movie.
What's somebody like?
But it all started with a doctor that can actually prove that there is life after death. So what I'm coming to right now, right, how our reality is kind of shifting into that, how they first discovered, hey, the brain does like move in a way where he is actually in another life or actually still functioning before everything was shut down. So
in his brain of the
real guy.
Holy shit.
87-year-old guy.
Oh, that's all. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they caught all that. And then they're like, holy shit, he might be living another life right now.
Because we still showing functions of the brain.
Yeah, before the whole system gets shut down. And now they got the first glimpse of it. So this is going to be like the start of something, of a new, they had to make a new science lab to do this study now. So now they're curious, like, oh shit, I guess there is life after death. Let's start experimenting now.
If this is true, if this turns out to be true, would anybody who's listening right now ask yourself this question? If they find out, if science was able to find out there was life after this, and honestly, it could be like the roll of the dice.
Yes.
It could be roll of the dice. It could be good or bad, but they find out there's proof of life after this. But you don't know what's coming after this.
But you know.
But you know there's something else coming.
Yeah.
It could be anything. Would you be willing to check out then?
No, I wouldn't.
Fuck no.
Hell no.
I would not. Hell no. In fact, because I love me so much, if I get reincarnated every time, I want to be Chris Jones every time in every reality of
you are you.
I want to be me.
But
forever.
you're in a different body all the time.
No, I want to be me. Like,
no, not
I want the skin and everything. I just
your soul
I like
is,
me so much.
Your soul is the real you. You'll be in like a Chinese body next time.
Okay.
How about that? And I'll be in the black body.
Okay.
Black Panther style. My house. sitting on a pyramid throne.
Like, welcome to Wakanda.
In Egypt.
Actually, I'm glad you brought it up because for the 100th episode, I thought about this months ago of a topic I want to talk about.
Oh, I thought you said let's do it in Africa.
No, sorry. Let me slow down.
Africa, let's go.
I'm glad you brought this up because there's a topic that I've been meaning to bring up to you that I wanted to do for the 100th episode, but I couldn't remember if we ever talked about this. But reincarnation for the 100th episode. 100th episode, reincarnation.
Let's do it.
Something big. And let's talk about like if we were to come back, what we want to come back as. Just play with some ideas, throw it around, and whatever. But 100th episode, reincarnation, big episode. So I thought about this months ago, and I have it in my notes. I came across it earlier. I was like, oh shit, I keep forgetting to mention this.
Yeah.
But since you brought this up, I'm like,
this could tie into all that too, the whole reincarnation thing. Yeah. Because it only takes like one thing that can shift like a whole the way a scientist thinks about there's no life after death.
This would change everything. And
this is that one thing that's gonna spark up that shit to where they're gonna do a whole bunch of more research about it. You know, that's all it takes. Because saying something is impossible now, you almost look stupid now saying that.
Yeah, it's you better open the door. You better open all the doors in your mind of
everything better be open because shit's about to go crazy. Because you know, if you go through a whole experiment, right? Let's say like all swans all guaranteed white. There's never going to be a black swan, you know? And then, you know, that's in the books. White swans only. But then you see one black swan, like, oh, well, shit. That changed your whole view of all that shit. So you have to fucking trash everything that you know about white swans and redo everything. Yeah, it's the same thing like with like life after death. Everybody's saying, oh, it's impossible. There's no scientific proof for nothing. But then that one scientist happens to prove it. You can throw everything in the trash that you know about
Start
life.
From scratch now. We
understand.
I think this will break reality on so many levels too, especially for like religious people.
I feel bad.
Who may be trying to get in good with the great graces of the Lord and Savior,
right?
Just so they can get some kind of like
a golden ticket
to like heaven, to where like this all ends and then you live in blissfulness. But then what if it's just like you're just doing this shit forever? Just different cycles of life and. I'd be cool with that.
I think there's a way out though.
Really?
Yeah. I think that I realized that the most, like in my lifetime, this time, because I'm the one trying so hard to figure out
break the cycle.
How the fuck I can stop coming back here? I think of this. I'm at the most desperate stage. Like, I do not want to come back here no more.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find like all the answers. Like, hey,
What's out there?
what's really happening in Augusta High School? Like,
I'd be cool with this shit though. I'd do it over again.
No, I don't. It's like a
I
cycle.
just want to be me though.
Recycle, reuse, reduce,
like
Captain Planet style.
Like if I came back again as me, Chris Unholy Jesus again, I would want to come back looking like me and everything, personality wise, but I live Kanye West's life. Like, I just want to be me doing it, like some quantum leap shit. Like I would want that type of thing. I want all the memories. Actually, that might drive me nuts. So.
Now here's the thing where I'm getting like with reincarnation and stuff when you come back. What I hear what people say is like when you do come back, right, you have to agree to lose all your memory of everything. That's so you can do the life again, but differently.
Because imagine if you had all the same memories from before.
Yeah.
You would be almost unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like and on any level if you retained all your memories.
Yeah, that's why there's this thing like with the yogis, right? The guys in India and stuff, where they reach like an enlightenment where they actually discover like new knowledge of new stuff that even humanity is not even ready to hear yet.
Okay.
But they can't write this down anywhere or store it anywhere. So what they do is like they go like to this special mountain. I don't know if the mountain's like in India or I'm not sure what country the mountain is in, but they go to these mountains, these yogis, right? Real yogis, like that, the one that's been initiated, not the fake one that just read a book and think they're like fucking high knowledge people.
Like you were like actually in the shit.
They call it a book yogi. You could be a book yogi or a real yogi, the one that's been initiated.
You're inspiring to be a yogi, but you ain't like
you're not. You didn't get picked to be like the real one. But so they would gain these knowledge to where even if they explain to you like what it is, we can't even comprehend it, like not even a little bit. So what they do, they go to these mountains and they store their memory in those mountains. I don't know how they do it, but it's so... You just got to think like outside the box. Let's say like they stored it through like a little...
It's like a codex.
Like an orb comes out of their brain and then it stores like the memory in that mountain. And they say only the people who's reached the level high enough to where they can actually take that knowledge, they're the only one that can actually see what it is. Damn, but they have to be at a stage where their brain can actually handle that type of data.
Yeah, that shit would kill you if I would assume like it would be too overwhelming to receive.
Yeah, dude, because I did, man.
Yogi memories of just.
Yeah, our brain would be like, what the fuck is this?
Body shutting down.
No, it'd be like, this file, I can't read this file. It's in like .exr. Like, I cannot read this file. Like, I only read Microsoft Word files. It's like that. Let's get to the chat real quick. Bob says, when you see those kids talking, they usually say that me. What?
Oh, no.
Is that old?
No. So let's go back to the chat again. It says Bob said before that saying family members usually comes back into the family. Talking about like reincarnation coming back already through, and then so a comment after that was when you see those kids talking, they usually say that me.
That's me.
That's me.
That's crazy if you get reincarnated to like the same.
And you stuck in a family
tree.
again? I don't want that.
Same tree.
Actually, no. I would want that. I love my family.
Imagine having a kid and it's actually Hitler.
Imagine coming back as Hitler.
Get that paintbrush out your hand.
Imagine coming back as Hitler. Like shit.
VH1 special. Shell Shout says, only if I get to be an AI and Billy is Ziggy. Who is Ziggy?
I had a brain fart. I feel like I know Ziggy. It's like the little dude from like the...
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of like the Atlanta...
I hope it's cool.
The Atlanta Olympics. No, I was trying to think of like Ziggy. There was this character back in 1996, right? In Atlanta. When they was doing the Summer Olympics. There was this character named Ziggy. He was like the mascot for the Olympics in Atlanta.
Well.
But I don't think that's it. I might be wrong. That's the first thing popped in my brain.
Shell Shock says, Al and Ziggy, Quantum Leap. Is that a show? I never seen it. I know Chris knows.
Yeah.
With that reaction.
I'm a dummy. I don't know.
So who's Ziggy?
I smoked before the show. You gotta forgive me on this one. Oh yeah. Oh, do it, man.
What is Ziggy? What?
What Quantum Leap? What? I thought Al, it's been so long since I've seen Quantum Leap. Is Al the guy that gave old dude the device to travel through time?
Oh, it's time travel show.
So it's like Sliders, but
Sliders.
Instead of like him going traveling through time, he's he's being inserted into people's bodies.
Oh shit!
And he's like trying to change things. Like, hey, like I think in one episode, oh man, it's a really good episode. This is how long I haven't watched the show in so long, but I vividly remember this episode when he went back in time, and
he says Al is the handler and Ziggy was the all-knowing one.
Oh, yeah. So above Al, Ziggy was the okay. So
I'll take that Ziggy role. Let's go.
Yeah, Ziggy's the top dog then. Sam is the dude. Damn, Sam is the one traveling. Sam is the one that's traveling throughout the quantum realities, whatever you want to call them. But there's an episode where he goes into like the body of a black person doing like 1960s America,
and he regretted it. Huh?
And it was like doing like Martin Luther King assassination type time.
This is when it was about to be over.
Yeah. Well, actually, I want to read up about that episode, and it was actually supposed to be the last episode of. Well, Quantum Leap was like slipping in the ratings, if I remember correctly. It was slipping in the ratings at the time it was on air, and then when they did the episode where Sam got into the body of like some like black civil rights person or whatever, and he was in that era of like civil rights movement in America around the time when Martin Luther King was assassinated, and Sam's a white guy in the body of a black person trying to change time, and he now experiences life through the eyes of a black person. He understands it like, oh shit, it's a very good episode, but they actually saved the show from being canceled from what I read a long time ago. Very good episode though too. Quantum Leap. I need to get on that again because I get that. I watch so much shit like with like Sliders and Fringe and shit like that to the point I'm just kind of like, oh,
Flash Forward.
Yeah, that's a show.
Yeah.
What show was that?
Flash Forward. They canceled it because it was too real.
Oh no, that shit wasn't on there. Yeah, it wasn't on there that long. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it was only one season, but it was so like fucking real. I was like, holy shit, I can't wait for season 2. Canceled. Sorry, season 2. Whoever did the script, they didn't get it approved by the government. The government said, hey, we didn't approve all that shit. You guys gave out too much information.
See, it's so good. I've never seen Flash Forward. I know exactly what you're talking about. This shit was like super short.
Shell says Flash Forward was the shit. So good. Yeah, it was crazy.
I wonder on Netflix. I need to see if it's up there now. I remember it wasn't on there that long now, but all right. Enough about that.
I actually got to go tie my shoes real quick. Be right back. Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're back. Shoes is all tied up.
Let's go. Ready to run.
All right, Chris is going to go on his topic now.
All right. So this is the topic I had for last week originally, but here we go. It says, alien-like creature found on street after massive rain has stumped biologists. All right. So basically what happened is, and this was like either last week or this is actually late February, right? Australia, like Sydney's beginning like torrential downpours of like thunderstorms. Getting a shit ton of rain, all types of stuff. It's been raining a lot, right? And this is guy on IG who posted this picture of like it's like this bizarre looking like alien type creature, right? This guy even like biologists out there like super baffled.
Yeah, it looks like an alien, like Cell. Like you guys ever watch Dragon Ball Z?
Yes.
When Cell was being formed into the,
he was like in the tube actually before they even took him out the tube. When he was like in his lab, like
where he has that little alien head and then a little tail and
looks
shit.
Like his head always looked like a penis to me, but he has a penis head, and
he looks like
the creature looks like that when you.
The real life creature looks like that.
Yes, the real life creature. Yes, the real life creature in Sydney, Australia looks just like Cell in that damn tube.
Go ahead.
It says Australia's East Coast witnessed torrential rainfall, and basically saying it happened like in most parts of South Wales. Sydney were also lashed with heavy rainfall. So on the morning of February 28th, a young Sydney local went out on a morning jog and ended up seeing something that shocked him. Harry Hayes, right? He's the guy who found it, right? And I actually went and checked out his Instagram page and make sure he wasn't like running some type of scam shit. And I don't think he's an influencer, I don't think, but I think the people that start sharing it were influencers. Because at first I was like, okay, all these influencers sharing it, it's probably fake. But no, it was just some dude that was on a morning run. It says Harry Hayes was jogging through Merrickville in Sydney somewhere when he saw a strange looking creature lying on the ground. Due to the bizarreness of its shape and color, Hayes said he assumed it was an embryo of some kind, which it does look like a creature that was like maybe in the belly of a female creature or whatever, that is like almost fully developed but not fully developed, somewhere in the middle. Like it just got his stage of evolution got cut off somewhere. But he winds up posting this thing saying talks about like my gut saying this we said on Instagram too, saying my gut says it's some kind of embryo, but with COVID, World War III, and this is my gut says it's some kind of embryo, but with COVID, World War III, and the floods, which what was going on right now in Australia, talking about like because it was heavy flooding at the time. This could very well be an alien because he was just kind of like, look, this world's gone crazy, everything's happening right now. We got floodings in Australia, out in Sydney. If it's an alien, that's the only thing I can think of because the world's gone crazy. We can all admit that on some point. This world's gone bonkers right now.
It does look alien.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at it. I was like, this looks weird.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't look like a. It does look like a sea creature. But you were saying how it happened like it pretty much fell out from the sky and stuff. And
yeah, and the thing that a lot of people were trying to say, well, because when I even posted this before with the picture of it last week on Facebook, people actually commenting trying to figure out what it was, or saying like, oh, it might be from like a shark embryo or this is. I'm like, nah, they like biologists have canceled this all out, especially like there's anything. Well, sharks was one. Somebody said like a whale embryo to me yesterday, like last week. I was like, okay, well, yeah, I've been reading some stuff about it. Nobody said anything about it. Nobody knows. Even some lady on Twitter came out and responded who's like a biologist, was like, bro, like I'm asking other people questions of this because I'm trying to figure this out. Because if whatever I can find out, I'll let you guys know. But whoever I'm asking, they don't even know. So
the only way we'll know is when they actually send it in to get testing. And then we can find out exactly what it is or what it's not. Even
then, when they find out, the government's gonna be like, "We ain't saying nothing," because like
it goes against the narrative.
And also too, where I was trying to wonder is like, okay, they get torrential downpour. A lot of people were throwing out theories saying that, hey, this alien creature that we found, is in like in a flooding area because since it was getting torrential downpour and Sydney's pretty close to the water, was it like a flood area where maybe the ocean rose up and this shit rolled out the ocean onto land? But
yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it came from the sea, the sea, we barely know nothing about it, so it could be anything.
Even if from the sea, that's still insane. Even if it's from the sea, whatever knowledge we have of the sea, what do you call it, marine biology or whatever you want to call them, would be like, yeah, this is like an embryo of this creature, embryo of that creature, but
yeah,
they're not matching up to anything. They can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something that we don't know. But if it's from the sea, and the sea is so mysterious, we don't even really know what the hell is down there.
Well, here's also the crazy thing about it too, because people were just asking if it's like in a flood zone of where the creature was found. The creature in and of itself is actually like that where it was at is not from the area is not a flood zone, which means even if the ocean rose, it's still the ocean didn't rise up to the point where it would cause any creature to wash up in that area. So it's at a higher elevation. So it's not a flood zone. So that's why some people saying like it had to fall from the rain. It could come from the ocean because the ground the area they found it in too high up. So when it rained, did it fall from the sky? That's where the whole this shit come from space. What is it?
What if it was just a kid, right, walking on the shoreline? He sees a little creature. He puts it in his pocket, and then he forgets about it. By the time he makes it like really high upland, it's like, oh, I forgot I had this creature in my pocket. It's like, fuck it. Takes it out of his pocket, just throws it on the ground.
And just dumps it. Just like
mystery
kid just dumps alien baby, alien sea baby.
He'd be like, oh yeah, I found it on the side of the beach. I just dropped it over there. Create a whole mystery.
I'm gonna fuck with this whole planet.
Cell Saga canceled.
Right.
No Cell games this year.
It's my games.
Everybody saved. What else we got?
But also this so with this story it says it started getting viral after like some other
even today it's still viral.
It's actually kind of gone. It's gone real quiet from when I was trying to look up some more. I haven't seen anything new about it. It went viral because like shit go viral like in a week. It's like at one time with the internet going viral was like it would last for like a long time, and now it's like now when stuff goes viral it lasts for like a day or two, and it's like after something else happens.
It's because of TikTok.
It's moving too fast, man. It's like me talking about this. I actually thought about even bringing this up because the internet moves so fast. This is old news at this point.
They're on new shit now.
Yeah, it's on some other fuckery going on there. But this does come from at a weird time too, because they said like last year, this is fisherman, right, who named Roman Fedorostov. He's a Russian fisherman, right? I wanted to send you this picture last week because it was so horrifying, but he discovered this creature in the sea that he described as cheeseburger with teeth.
What?
I'm gonna show you guys.
So it's like a fish, looks like a cheeseburger, and has teeth?
Yes, and he discovered it. And then a lot of people saying like, yo, what's up with these alien creatures? Like, are they coming from the ocean or the sky? But there's some people probably leaning more towards the ocean because
Bob in the chat, she was saying that there are tornadoes at sea. They suck up shit, then drop it off at land.
Oh, that's a good one. That's true. That's real shit. Yeah,
which does happen. Like just like that one incident that happened at that car dealership where all the fish were dropping on the cars.
Oh yeah, it's like just sometimes like a lot of tornadoes just start up at sea. Well, I think around hurricanes.
Yeah, and they just throw all these fishes out into the land.
Look.
Holy shit, that does look like a burger.
But it's like a fish he found.
Damn, look like a damn cartoon.
This is the shit they finding now.
That's crazy.
And this is like last year. Some Russian dude.
Something that you just make on a game.
That is horrible. I won't even touch it. If anybody doesn't believe me, look up cheeseburger.
Man, if I ever see a fish with teeth, a Southside stomp.
I've seen like pictures with like fish with like human teeth. It looks even more horrifying.
Yeah, and like the Seaman.
It's so weird. I'd rather see sharp, dangerous teeth.
You remember that Dreamcast game called Seaman? Where they had
the human head?
It has the human head.
Oh my god. That game was so boring.
The body was like a koi fish.
Yeah, and it was like his some white dude's face.
It was boring, but that was so interesting.
It's interesting. I was about to say it's a very interesting game.
I was like, holy shit! He knows my birthday. He knows my whole personality now. Because when you talk to it, right, it learns more about you, and then he'll bring up like a joke about like what you said like 10 days ago and shit. And then I told him my birthday. He was like, oh yeah, did you know that Bill Clinton has the same birthday as you?
Damn, and did all that?
And Coolio. I was like, no, I didn't know that.
This is what I told you.
This was way back then.
This is way back. This is
before like the algorithms like took over and they got so advanced. No, the internet was there, but this is like I think it was way ahead of its time.
This is Dreamcast, right?
Dreamcast.
Yeah. Only thing I played on Dreamcast was
Bob said, "Why were you stomping it? Because it's bad."
I think the only thing I played on Dreamcast was like Phantasy Star Online and
yeah, that was the shit.
That shit was big. And
Power
Stone.
Power Stone.
Yo, right here. This is Power Stone. Yeah.
That shit was hard.
And what's the other game called Knights? The little purple dude like flying around. That's like the most like standard game you would get with
Yeah, the only thing I played was Power Stone and Phantasy Star. Because Phantasy Star was like one of the first online games.
Yes. One of the first online games.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is when
with elves.
Where you had those mags, right? And people hacked the game. Where you can make the mags into like a Genesis or a Dreamcast or like a hamburger.
Yep.
And Fat Man was hacking that shit too. He was doing like the money hack and shit.
See?
Where they left like the trail of money and then people pick it up. Bloop, 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 bloop. I forgot what happened, but then there was like a money hack. But then he hacked the whole Dreamcast. We had these cool ass mags and shit. And the thing with Phantasy Star, you know what's funny? He's actually playing this shit today.
Oh,
Batman.
Right now.
Wait,
the OG one?
No, it's a new one.
Okay, I was like, this server can't
But
see
it's
we
still
up there.
old,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even the new one that came out is old. That's been out for a while. Yeah.
Shell Shock says a lot of fish actually have teeth. Actually, I think it's 80%. Oh, sorry, I got burp. 80% of the ocean is unexplored, so it could be something from the depths. We haven't seen anything. Yeah.
Man, you know what I just realized now with Shell Shock, Shell Shock just saying that, instead of trying to find, it's probably easier said than done, but instead of trying to find another planet to live on, maybe we should try to find something else to live on Earth. But that would mean colonizing the ocean, and I don't agree with that. So no, but you know what I'm saying though. Like we gotta find some place to live. Maybe we should start looking in the ocean.
No, they have tried.
And it's too hard. I mean, I don't understand why it's too hard, but I get it.
No, they have tried. It's already been cultivated. We just it's not our territory. Yeah. There's people living inside the earth. Like, believe it or not, they're inside the earth. There's like a whole bunch of places where we cannot go, like for a reason, because we're not allowed to. Because if you think about it, Like, wouldn't it make sense, like, if we can cultivate, like, something like inner Earth style, right?
Yeah, instead of having to, it
But,
would cost less for one.
Yeah, but it's like, we just can't do it because that's not our shit.
Yeah.
But I will get into another story where I think that's my theory where everything's happening. First time chat. Salinity is a real problem. Chris, could you read this while I look up my next topic?
What's going on? Okay. My bad. Salinity is a real problem long term for man-made structures. To be fair, it tends to dissolve, rust, and make stuff bristle. Okay, so yeah,
Brittle.
so like as far as like building like structures, there's also pressure.
Brittle.
If you're deep enough, yes, that the ocean pressure is literally what stops everything from going further down. That shit would just
That's another thing.
turn you into like mush.
But imagine like when you get so deep, right? Like
Yeah.
we don't even understand it no more. We get so deep that actually everything becomes like complete opposite.
Oh, kind of reverse.
Like as long, like
flips up
reverse.
down, yeah.
Yep. Like once you get so deep, you hit that threshold, and then boom, everything comes back to normal again. But you just have to.
But
you need something.
This is right side up though.
You need something that can resist that amount of pressure
Man,
before you can get to the other side. Right?
Yeah.
That would be so crazy, right? It's Power Rangers.
but that's real shit though. Like, what can we even build to even?
That reminds me of like another movie where they had a ship, right? They built it so strong, like they were traveling like so deep within the center, and then once they got so close to the center, the pressure of the gravity and everything gets so strong it could almost crush that whole airplane, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then they went so deep, they went past that threshold of being crushed. They went to the other side, boom,
So you gotta make it through that shit.
a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view.
No one can tell us no where to
These
go.
movies, they know, man.
They know, man.
They know.
They know.
Bob says it's taken. Pirates. Imagine getting robbed by a pirate. Well, nowadays, if you get robbed by a pirate, that's just legit. Real.
Oh, they got RPGs, man. They serious. They will rob you for everything
Light you up, easy.
every time. They don't play with that shit. But they don't. But at the same time, though, they're not out there trying to murder people. They really are just trying to rob motherfuckers. Like, so they're not. I wouldn't consider them like truly evil, but
But they would murder you.
if you fight them, they'll drop your ass.
It's like, damn, I just got cut by a pirate.
But I feel like that's most people too. Like, if you put in that situation, you kill somebody that's fighting you.
Yeah, I mean, if you come from a country where like wealth is like non-existent.
Hey, take to the high seas, man.
Oh, there's an Amazon ship that just passed by.
Get him.
What are you gonna do, pirate?
Oh my god.
It's like, don't call me a pirate. But let's go get it.
That's what happened to my Timberland boots.
Let's take that Amazon ship.
There's some pirates walking around in some Timbs right now. They took out my shit.
So if you order anything from Amazon, make sure it's locally so you can get your package
Quick, man.
in one day.
Quick.
Don't do overseas items.
Yes, we've learned that the hard way. Yes, we have. Yes.
Yeah, our Halloween costumes.
Yes, our Halloween costumes.
Showed up 2 months later.
We learned that the hard way. He's like, bro, this is a whole new season now. Like,
You know what's funny about that? I actually opened up my Halloween costume last week and I put it on.
Did it fit?
I was like, this shit's ugly, man.
I waited
this long for this.
I have not put mine on.
I took it out of the package. I was like, man, I'm gonna just wear this shit.
I'm gonna wait till the 100th episode. I'm gonna wear it because I can't just not like.
By the time October comes again next year,
It's not gonna matter. This is a whole new
hype.
It's gonna be a new Netflix hype, and then like that's what I'm like. I might just burn this costume or wear it.
Who are
some
you,
point.
Ted Bundy? Yes,
And
classic.
that's the biggest show right now on Netflix. It's the biggest hit.
It's a classic.
Yeah, I'm Jeffrey Dahmer. So what? Yeah, they
Ouch.
had a new documentary out. That's what I'm rocking them.
Are we moving on?
Let's get it. What's
All right.
next?
Next topic. Everybody knows about Area 51, right?
No. Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's get it.
So, do you guys know what the actual official name of Area 51? They actually just released this document, by the way, and I actually read about it. Do you know what the real name, official name of Area 51? Along with the document, they released a whole bunch of other information about this place. It was never a secret.
Mm-hmm.
It was documented, but they made it into like a secret, which I don't blame them. I think a lot of bases should be secret because you know, if you're not teaming up with other countries, like, why would you tell other countries where every single base is located? Especially important bases.
To throw everybody off.
Right. Like, come on. If there's a secret base, let it be a secret base.
Oh, man, the real base
Every country has a secret base.
The real base is in Cheyenne Mountain, Colorado. That's the new Area 51.
Well, if you know that for sure, that's not a secret no more.
No, that means it's somewhere else now.
Yes.
By the time I know about it, it's gone.
It's actually in Forest Park, Georgia.
Why would they pick this place?
Exactly.
Would they put it in a Wholesale Foods? Like,
no, there's a base. There's a base under there.
What is under there?
There's a base under there.
Oh, shit.
It's a spot near Clayton County State, a Clayton County school, Clayton County College. There's this government building there that they built, but it's actually like a deep underground base location. They picked this spot for a reason. Who would ever think like Forest Park would be a place where you put, you know, like an underground government base, which is, if you look at it from the outside, it looks like an official government building. Like, it looks like a mini Pentagon.
What?
This is in Forest Park.
I haven't been on Forest Park in a minute, man. I don't live on that side of town anymore, so it's been a while.
Yeah, they built it even when I was living out like in Ellenwood. It was already there. Well, this is like one of the places where people would never imagine like a secret base being, and that's one of the places. If you see it for yourself, like you drive past, you're like,
I don't know what the building
like,
is.
oh, that's the government building.
Yeah, 'cause I know Forest Park for sure. I'm trying to think what the hell is out there now.
Oh yeah, but let me tell you the name of the Area 51 base, the official name.
Yeah.
So they called it Station D.
D's nuts.
Yeah.
D's nuts.
So the whole shit, it's been developed since 1955.
Yeah.
And yeah, Area 51 was the place where they developed like that Blackbird jet.
Okay.
The shit you see in X-Men.
Oh yeah, the little stealth fighter jet, whatever.
Yeah, they developed a lot of new technology over there. That's why this place was so secret. And the real name was Station D, which is,
I didn't know that.
it's not Area 51. It's known as Station D officially on paper. And even the people in the CIA, they didn't even know this was an official name either.
So they was out the loop.
Because it was so secret. It's almost like you just had to be in the club. You could work for a company and have no idea who the company is.
Yeah, I think that's like a lot of people's jobs. You think you know,
but you have no idea.
You have no idea.
This is the diary.
Was it Diary? True Life?
Yeah. Well, no, this is the diary of Amazon. The diary of America.
Yo.
Anything like with government, man, you only know like bits and pieces. Why would you become an employee of the government, right? Let's say you work in secret agent. Are they gonna tell you everything?
Man, no.
The fuck? Even your boss don't even fucking know.
You know, I kind of agree with that type of. Shit on some level.
Because you were in there,
right? Because I don't think whatever the government really truly knows, we ain't ready for that shit. We still fighting over like little shit. Whatever they got, we ain't ready for it. There's a time and a place for it. It ain't now. If they was like, yo guys, aliens are real, while we sit on the brink of World War III, that's too much. It's too much for the human mind to take in.
You know when people they ask the question all the time, right? They're like, do you think aliens are gonna come here?
Hell no. They've already been here. They're not coming back. They're gone. They've been in and out. Dude. This is like a pit stop.
When I hear that question now, I'm like, dude, they've been here a long time ago. I say, look all around you, dude. Look at all this advanced technology we're using right now.
Look who we believe in. A lot of people believe in something.
You think like we actually really did come up with this? Like I understand the whole collective knowledge thing. Like everybody put their minds together. But let me ask you this, dude. Is there one person on this earth that can make a pencil? Without technology? Like just like no, like just one person that can make a pencil right now.
No, it's like a factory for that shit. There's a whole system.
It's a whole system.
Trees getting cut down.
Because if you think about you need somebody to do the tree cutting. You need somebody to know how to make an eraser.
Lead.
You need somebody to know how to do the lead, right? There's not one person that knows how to do all that shit.
Fuck no.
There might be now, but I'm just giving you an example.
If it is now,
of the collective mind.
If it is now, it's a robot There's a robot working in these factories that can do all that.
But if you think about it, like, okay, can one person make a pencil?
Man, no.
If you think about a pencil, so easy, but no, it's not. It's advanced too. The eraser and everything.
What is an eraser?
How do you make that? You gotta hire like a biochemist guy.
What is an eraser?
Yeah.
Like as much as I think like what is a magnet? What is an eraser? What is
fast?
Where does it come from? Is it rubber?
I don't even know. That's how. What? I'm not trying to say we're dumb, but we don't know a lot.
But who asked these questions though?
If you think
anybody ever asked these questions,
if you think of us as a collective,
yes,
there's a small amount. It's a very small amount of very smart people.
Oh man, yeah. And I don't mean smart. About it. I don't mean smart like you can take a test type shit. Smart. I'm talking about
this is
you understand reality on a bigger scale.
Yeah, you understand things that normal people don't understand. Small amount, very small. Because if you think of humans as a whole, why is there so much crazy people? Almost said the R word. Why is there so much crazy people here? Like in the bunch where we don't really know nothing. Even like us, we don't know how this shit work. What the fuck? Like we're live right now. This is crazy.
We just people just trying. We just got questions.
So when you ask the question, are aliens gonna come here? I'm like, they've been here a long time ago. We're like the product. We're using everything that they implemented into our reality.
I always ask this, like, as a human being, if you were from, think of it as a human being, like think as the amount of a human being, but you're an alien coming to this planet. If you knew what you knew about this planet, would you stop here? Most humans be like, why? No, I don't care. Most people be like, why the hell would I stop here?
Yeah, they wouldn't, but I think they already been here and they already been.
They're the same. They
influenced. They already influenced us a long time ago.
That's why we got these damn gods they believe in. It's probably a different type of god. Like I will say, God, different type of aliens that stop through.
Yeah, I mean they like that clout. You know, they like that feeling of being like praised.
Imagine this if you will, people. Imagine this if you will. Imagine you, Billy Walters, or me, Chris Jones, or Shell Shock, or Bob, or anybody who's listening, that you're on a road trip. You're driving and you stop at a gas station. Mm-hmm. You get out at the gas station, just go pump some gas. Your gas is low. And all these people will come run up to you like, hey, oh my God, you're a god. You're like, yo, but I'm just trying to get gas. I'm just trying to get gas. I'm trying to pay for it. Boom. Here's the money. I don't even want to change. You just get in your car and drive off. And everybody at the gas station starts building shit about you. Like worshiping you. And you just stopping for gas.
What?
What if that's like for aliens? It's like, think about think about yourself like you just imagine just stopping for gas and then people at the gas station, people at other gas pumps.
Like an analogy of that.
They see you like, oh my God. You're like, what the fuck? I'm just here for gas. You pay for your gas. You get in your car. Drive off and they like built shrines of you at the gas station. You're like, bro, I was just trying to get gas. Like, what if it's like that?
It could be as simple as that.
Simple as that, you know? Not to break anybody's reality, but that just crossed my mind. What if that's a possibility?
Yeah, like they're like normally they fly down here in ships and stuff, like you know, but they actually came to like try the strawberries. Yeah. But they came in a ship. They did it so dramatic. They're like, oh shit, we got some life creatures out here.
What we got here?
What's that flash? What is that? But they're actually taking pictures. Yeah. Like, what the hell is going on? But you know, like they're saying like, let's say like if they're so advanced like that, right, where they could travel the planet so easily, like they're saying like they don't actually fuck with humans like that, but they actually do it like as like an experiment. Like for example, when we do experiments on like insects, right, on ants and stuff, do we ask the ants like, hey, like, you guys,
your consent?
You guys cool with this? Like how we electrocuting guys? We don't ask ant stuff like that. Imagine like when they do these abductions, because there's all these stories about alien abductions, right? Where they do experiments on humans, and every time the human they remember what happened to them, they're always saying like every time I look at them, they're always so cold, like ice cold. No emotion. They're just doing their job. Because we're the ants. You know, because we're the ants. They're just experimenting on us, and then they do their job, and boom, they drop them back on Earth. So imagine it's just like that. Like they look at us like we're just that. Our intelligence can't even reach theirs, so they don't even respect us like that. No, man. Even that we're showing so much pain. But if you look at it, like if you look at a pig, right, before he gets slaughtered, he goes through all that pain and stuff. You think that guy that's slaughtering the pig cares about that?
Man, that was his
if he
job.
does that every day.
So he got a boss that tells him that he got to do it.
Right. So his face will be the same. His face is not gonna.
Just another day at work.
Yeah,
slaughtering a pig.
Before, like a guy that works at a pig slaughter, right? Before he gets hired at the job, with the interviewer or is it interviewee or the guy that interviews him, right? he asked him the question. Yeah. Damn, I lost my whole train of thought.
No, sorry. The interviewer was asking the guy, the pig slaughterer, like, how. I see what you're trying to go with. Like, with these aliens who may have come here, they're the pig slaughterers, but are they interviewed for these jobs or like who they working for?
Yeah,
but they just is this a job to them? I guess I think that's maybe you're trying to go with. I guess.
Yeah, he probably asked him like how does it feel to like kill like an animal that but the animal's gonna be used for food. You know, they asked him the question like, would you get personal about it? It's like, oh no, like I just see this as a job.
So do you like humans?
Boom, he got the job. So he kills like these pigs and these cows like without feeling nothing.
Man. I think cows, they like shooting the back of the head or in the front of the head with like little some kind of type of gun. It's like a pressurized gun that shoots like a rod out, but it's like
yeah. They shoot him right in the head.
It's supposed to like really. It's actually supposed to be a humane way to do it versus what the hell they used to do. So yeah, I mean, but it's like a necessity for which we need cows.
I would fight that cow.
And what if you win and
put
then
him in a headlock and shit,
then kill it and eat
tap
it?
out, but he never taps.
So then you don't kill
None
it?
of them never taps. That's why I can't work like at places like that.
No,
like, I'll get fired and canceled on the same day.
Like, oh my god, Billy is fighting this big ass cow on a damn.
You can never work here ever and anywhere else.
What did Bob say? And then I would run them over.
Wait, what? This chat went crazy.
I'll just read the chat.
Shell Shock says the humans have wing and barbecue though.
We do though. I mean, aliens ain't got that. No, they ain't got no wings, man. And we by anybody who doesn't understand it, like wings. Like, do you go Wingstop get wings and
they don't eat. They just recharge on lithium batteries.
I'm about to say solar, just sun.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know like the aliens, how they describe them. Like, you know, like how they have no reproductive system. They just have the necessities to actually stand upright and do
work
experiments. Yeah, they're just like the heavy.
Maybe that's our future right there. That's eventually what we're going to end up as. It's just like Ken dolls, like no nothing.
Yeah, because the way they're designed and stuff. Yeah, their brain is big, whatever. Because it's big for a reason. They have to hold all that technology, all that knowledge of what the plan is. What they have to hold. Their brain is that big because they have to hold like 1,000 different quests, right? They have to complete
on them side quests.
Yeah, all these quests and shit. The brain is like, it has to be that big because it's like probably like 10 hard drives in there. All the shit that they got to do.
All these side quests they picked up along the way, and then they're like, oh shit, I got too much. Let me start chipping away at this.
So
it's getting too long.
Of course, they're not gonna feel no like remorse or whatever when they kidnap somebody.
No, it's like playing a video game
against their will. They're like, this is just my job. Let me just do this real quick because I still got to go to Uranus.
But in order to do that though, you would have to look down on something that is lesser than you. And seeing as how we beef over like stupid shit on this planet, and aliens probably beef over like some, I don't know, probably I would assume like real issues. But as us as humanity, we like over looks, we beef over each other. They probably see us as like lesser. Like, man, they kill each other just like being scared of what one person looks like. Like, grab them, experiment.
Yeah.
If they gonna think less of themselves, and we gonna think less of them. We have to think. We have to think more about ourselves. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
No more side quests.
I was reading what Bob said earlier. I kept laughing at this every time I saw it. She said, and then I ran them over. I was talking about the gas station where like if people ran up trying to worship you, and like as an analogy for like an alien. She's talking about just running them over.
It reminds me of like a Stargate SG-1. Like when they would go to a new planet, right? They think they're gods, so they would hand them off like everything and shit.
Okay.
So
this is
that's that god complex. Just like Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir, what's going on with him?
You know, like I found out he was a Life Path 7.
What? How?
You know who else is Life Path 7? Me.
So y'all homies now, or
you know who else is Life Path 7? You start thinking about it, these are crazy people. Kanye West.
Oh my god.
I think Elon is one too. And then I was like, man, I'm a Life Path 7, so I'm all part of the crazy people gang.
The genius crazy people gang?
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. Like, I didn't know Vladimir Putin was a Life Path 7. Life Path 7. they're known to have like this god complex. I thought about it too. I was like, man,
Do you have that though? I don't know.
I had a mushroom trip where they did show me as a god. So I was like, holy shit.
Damn it.
How am I going to tell Chris about this?
Damn it. Why did I ask?
Yeah, so I was like, dude, this is so fucking crazy. I cannot make it up, man.
All you plebes out there.
Yeah, dude. Like, when I saw myself, I really saw myself as a god. Like, believe it or not.
No, I'm listening.
And then I was the one that got people in trouble because they did wrong to this earth. And I had power to stop it.
Just so you policing over.
Yeah, I was like, it was almost like, man, I was like, God. I was like, who did this? Oh, you did that? Oh, you're in trouble. Boom.
You out.
Get them off this planet right now. And then there's me like cleaning up. They didn't want me to log in. This is how I saw it. They were doing so much shit to get me to not do a mushroom trip. Like to scare me, right? They did like this fake program where every time I start tripping out, right? They put this crazy ass motherfucking witch lady. She looked like a purple octopus with sharp teeth, and she scared me all the time.
Oh, I do remember you telling me this before.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to do this no more. So I just opened my eyes, and then I wait for the mushroom to fade out. And it scared me all the time until I was like, man, fuck it. One day, I'm just going to go through it. And then I went through it, and then I saw all the chaos destruction, and then I was like, oh, you guys fucking stopped me the whole time from signing in to see all this fucking wreckage.
You went through it when
that's why
ready. When you was ready.
Yeah.
When you had like maybe understanding of the world.
Yeah, dude, I think I have to go back, man. Maybe I might not come back, but I have to go back. I just don't know when.
Bob says,
it's good knowing you guys.
Bob says, what does that mean? People who pee quick? That was me.
What? I'm lost.
I guess with the experience of everything.
Next topic. What we at?
All right. Let's go. All right, my turn. Got a story. This is horrifying. This story horrified me because this could have been me at one point. It says, all right, New England college student has legs amputated.
Whoa.
After eating leftover noodles.
Damn. So noodles fucked up his whole life.
I shit you not. It says, a friend said he had vomited after eating some leftovers, but did not become progressively ill.
Vomit all his ramen spaghetti.
Yeah, so this is like a college dude, right? So obviously, and this is up in, I think it's Massachusetts, maybe. But it says, there you go. A strange case of a New England college student who had both his legs amputated after eating leftovers is getting renewed attention thanks to a viral video. 19-year-old man in question admitted to a pediatric intensive care of a Massachusetts general as a result of shock, multiple organ failures, and a rash, right? So basically what happened with this guy was that a YouTube channel wound up sharing this stuff too. Wound up showing like, hey, this is what happened to this guy. His YouTube channel, Chubby Bayou, whatever the fuck ever. Sorry. Runs by Dr. Bernard Husu, who's a licensed like toxicologist, and he just talks about this case on his YouTube channel about, hey, this kid ate this shit. This is what happened.
Wait, so he ate it and then his legs got messed up, so he had to amputate it?
Yeah, so basically what happened was that the 19-year-old man that was in he was 19 years old, right? He started feeling abdominal pains after eating like some rice, chicken, and lo mein leftovers from a restaurant meal. God knows how long he left in the fridge. I can't remember because I read the story last week. Have not read it again recently to jog my memory, but sometime in the time frame, he had that lo mein sitting in the fridge for too long, ate it, and then he began vomiting and experiencing like chills, right? Just getting like kind of like typical stomach sickness stuff. Generalized weakness, chest pains, shortness of breath, neck stiffness, and blurry vision. A few hours before his admission, his cells, his skin developed like a purple discoloration, and that's when he started getting like rashes on his body, all this type of stuff. And this is after eating days old like lo mein. A friend with whom he had been staying with took him to the emergency room where he was flown by helicopter to a hospital. The friend said he had eaten the same meal and vomited, but did not become progressively ill. The man's temperature peaked at 105 degrees, and his heart rate was at 166 beats per minute. His breathing is reportedly worsened after being admitted to the hospital and was given oxygen. Said blood and urine tests indicated that the man had Neisseria meningitis, which is basically like when bacteria presents itself in the blood and the entire body's blood vessels dilate, dropping the blood pressure and preventing oxygen from getting to the organs. So it was like cutting off blood flow to his legs and everything.
So he's numb everywhere.
And basically had to cough his legs because once your blood's like, once your like blood gets cut off certain parts of your body, so it's going numb and tingly, and eventually there's gonna be a dead leg or whatever. And that's what happened to both his legs.
Yeah. I remember one time I was taking a dump. Right, it was so long because I was playing a game.
Yeah.
And then I was done. I wiped and everything. I got up. I didn't realize my legs were asleep, so I got up and I fell.
Oh, that's some good.
I fell down in the bathroom.
That's some good poops. That's when you just
like a handicap.
My legs.
Like she was like linguini. I was like, what the fuck?
My neck
and
my
that's when
neck.
it all hit me. Like like when your legs are asleep and then it all hits you and then you get all those tingles.
Feeling, man. You feel
that
like
shit feels so nasty.
Your toes and shit.
Yeah, that shit's crazy, man.
So with this guy, right? So
the stinky leg. Yep.
The man had a prolonged hospital course. So he had necrosis in his. So this is crazy. He had necrosis, which I didn't know that was called, but necrosis.
Necrosis.
Necrosis. Necrosis. Necrosis.
Necrosis.
He had in his arms and legs, and he also had gangrene. So here's the thing. So he lost both his legs, and that's the other thing he lost. He also lost all 10 of his fingers.
Damn.
So he has no fingers and no legs.
Was he using drugs? Who?
Oh, man, lo mein, man. It says doctors later learned that he did not have a booster shot for meningococcal conjunctive vaccine when he was like. It says, doctors later learned that he did not have a booster shot for the meningococcal conjunctive vaccine when he was 16. I guess that's when he caught it. So it may not have been the food. It sounds like it may be just something he caught 16, maybe.
No. I think it is the food.
Despite the amputations, doctor said it was relatively a good cover. He ain't got no fingers, man. It says, despite the amputations, doctor said he had a relatively good recovery.
Without his fingers.
He can't pick his nose anymore. That is a joy of life that people don't realize.
Yo.
It's real.
Yo, let me tell you something about Chinese food, dude.
What's up?
How crazy Chinese food is. You know how like Chinese food, I don't know if you ever watched these mini documentaries about how Chinese food, they take so many shortcuts to where they use so many different types of chemicals like to make like an item. Let's say, for example, lo mein, like the original style you're supposed to make lo mein, you have to go through all these processes. But it takes a long time to make it. So if there's a shortcut, right, where you can use chemicals, where you can implement these chemicals, you sprinkle these powders and stuff, and you can get the same texture, taste, and everything of a real lo mein noodle. They're going to take that shortcut over the hours they have to spend to actually really make the official product. Yeah. So a lot of the Chinese restaurants, they take a bunch of shortcuts to make these meals for Americans because Americans don't know the difference.
The real food of a lot of places.
Yeah, they don't know the difference between like something that's good or that's not good for you. All they do is they make it. Americans, what they learn, they like sweet shit a lot. So what they do, a lot of the shit on their menu is a bunch of sweet shit. So this is like sesame chicken, all that sweet stuff that they love, broccoli, beef and stuff. They make it sweet to where Americans will keep buying it.
Because Americans will spend money on that sweet shit.
Yeah, and then on top of that, what gets it the most, the only reason that they can make it really cheap is because, like I was saying, they use a lot of chemicals. They use these chemicals on these meats and stuff, on these lo mein noodles, whatever noodles. They get these chemicals for cheap. And then you could use those chemicals, those powders and stuff to make, the food that they feed to Americans. Okay. But they can't tell the difference. The only people that can tell the difference is like an Asian person that's in the cuisine business where they actually taste the food and be like, oh, this is all fucking chemical shit. Let me give an example. Okay. I had like a boss guy, right, visit us from Massachusetts to come work with me, right, on the job. Because I was like, I told my boss, like, I don't want to work with nobody, I don't want to work with no boss guy from Massachusetts. But they chose me because they said I'm level-headed. I'm like the right guy for the job. So I started working with this guy, right? This guy from Massachusetts, Boston, like he happens to be Cambodian just like me.
Right.
So we're like, oh shit.
In Boston?
And he was a boss guy. Yeah, from Boston, yeah.
Damn.
And then like we connected, like, oh fuck yeah, like we're just gonna play around now. Like we ain't gonna work. Fuck this shit.
Do you have a Boston accent?
Like no. It's a Cambodian dude that looks Mexican.
Okay.
So I was working with him for like a few days, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, man, like whatever you need to learn here, I can tell you in 5 minutes, and then we just do whatever we want. So I told him everything and stuff, and then we went out looking for like a restaurant to eat and shit. So we went out to like this nice Vietnamese restaurant, like out in like Decatur or whatever.
Okay.
And then like when we got there and we started eating, he tasted like the broth, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this broth is definitely
processed or
yeah, like it was like a process. Like they use a lot of like powders. You know, this is not how you really make like the pho noodle broth.
Yeah, these are artificial flavors to.
And then he caught that, and then after he caught that, I tasted. I was like,
oh, he's right.
Yeah, I was like, dude, yeah, this does taste like processed shit. Like it's just from powdered. But the reason why they can get away with it in Decatur, because Decatur, they have like the white people.
Dude, Decatur, downtown Decatur. Y'all went to downtown Decatur?
Yeah.
Man, that's like a nice American spot.
Yeah. It's nice.
If you will.
But you're not area. Yeah, you're not gonna get the real Asian people eating at those places. So like what they did,
Forest Park or some shit.
Yeah, it's so crazy. So like the Vietnamese people, like they knew that shit, right? They knew like they can get away with making cheap like pho, like broth and stuff. Yeah. Because what a white person's gonna say, your it tastes bad, like your shit's wrong. But like when we ate there, right? They saw 2 Asian guys going to eat at a restaurant. They're like, oh shit, dude, they're gonna judge our fucking noodles and shit.
Did they work for the health department?
They had no idea. Yeah, they had no idea. Meanwhile, like all the other customers, all white people, right? They don't know the difference between a good broth and a bad broth. So when he tastes like, yeah, they use nothing but powder in this soup. It's just like water and like fucking pho powder. And that's what it tastes like. And then we have to pay premium price because we're in like an expensive neighborhood.
Yeah, it's all about the area, man. It's all about the area when you pay for food.
And then he was like, "Damn, like do these people know like they're eating fucking shit?"
And nobody knows. Even I wouldn't know it. I'm not. I know this shit exists. So
yeah, a lot of people wouldn't know
because I eat like
they do it so good.
I eat like a lot of shit. Like not a lot of shit. Like I spend a lot of time in Midtown, but there's places where I would like eat at places in Midtown that's supposed to be foreign restaurants, and I'm like, this is really good. About my brain, I was thinking, like, is this what it really supposed to taste like though from the motherland? Because I wouldn't know. Like,
I wouldn't know either.
I did a Jamaican restaurant back in January, out in Midtown, and the food was good as shit. It was so good. I had oxtail for the first time. So much good Jamaican food I had.
That's what they always use in the pho broth. The oxtails, yeah.
And so when I had it too, I was like, is this how it really tastes like though? Is this like just the American version? Like
you would never know, right? Unless you were just born like that.
Like how people consider what tacos are in America. Like that's not what real tacos are. It's like
if you have enough tacos, like from Mexican people, like you'll know like what they're supposed to actually taste like.
Yeah,
everybody has their own shit. But like when a taco place is trying too hard, but you can tell like the taste is not authentic. It's more like they took a lot of shortcuts. Just like for example, like Taco Bell.
Oh God, the king of
that's not no Mexican stuff. Like if anybody thinks that's Mexican, that's crazy. They take like the most shortcuts. Even their chicken don't even taste real.
No, I mean, God, what's that? Somebody
their chicken is so fucking processed, like from I don't know what chemical they use.
I think the last time I had Taco Bell, we was on the old podcast, and then I think I brought some food over one time. That was a long time ago. I don't really talk about like that, but it's very convenient though. That's the thing. If you can figure out a way to make things convenient, people will bypass all the fuckery of like the authenticity of things.
Yeah, they don't care. It's the same like with me.
Yeah.
Like I still go to Taco Bell. Like I like their nachos. I go there for the nachos only because I can eat it with jalapenos and cheese. So I was like, okay, let's put that garbage ground beef on there.
Just put it on that
I'm like, I don't care. I just want to eat a nacho right now. You know?
It's some jalapenos.
Bob says rice, you have to be careful. You can get sick from fried rice. Bacalia cereus. It can cause food poisoning. I don't make that shit because of that.
Really? So rice is that serious like that?
I didn't know.
All right, that's to me. Because
I thought I was like a master in rice.
Yeah.
I don't think. I know I'm a master of rice.
I can see where like certain food, it might be a rarity, but I do feel like because a lot of times when I get really hungry, I'll eat food straight out the fridge. I'm like whatever, like leftover foods, don't heat it up. I think Showshock said something earlier. Somebody said something earlier in the chat saying, what was it? Okay, I see right here. It says Shellshock said earlier in the chat says from the food you have to be really real careful with pasta and rice leftovers. So if he had the booster, could have helped him properly reheat your leftovers. That is true. I have a habit of sometimes when I get hungry and I eat leftovers from restaurants out the fridge. Sometimes I eat that shit cold, but I've always been told like for the longest like yo stop doing that shit. Yo heat it up like at least nuke it or something and
yeah.
Your body may not be handled differently.
What?
your body may handle it differently from what you eat. Sorry. Which there's been times too where like some years ago I did eat like some cold ass lasagna one time, and then about 2 hours later I was at work and I started throwing up.
Because it got the ricotta cheese.
Something like the little in between the layers. Yeah. And
I think anything like with cheese careful. Like that, like if you leave it out, it'll get bad real quick.
Yeah, cheese, yeah. And I think dairy to me, like, man, don't even
like
leave
with
that shit
mayo
out.
too. Like you leave mayo out, like on a sandwich, and it collects that heat. You get sick from that.
But if you keep mayo cool, it stays good for a long ass time though.
Yeah,
like, a good minute.
Just don't let that shit get warm. You know, don't leave a sandwich out.
Heat is the enemy of this planet.
Yeah, because all the bacteria is like, we out here.
Oh, yo, we here. What's up?
What are you gonna do? Like, put us on ice? All right.
Yo, we here.
Oh, he took us off ice, but he didn't warm us up. But he just ate us. Oh, he's fucked up.
Oh, we about to take his legs.
That's why, like, dude, like when I used to work at those warehouse, right, where they have a whole bunch of Mexicans and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, they be hogging those microwaves.
Oh
like,
man, yeah, they used to do that fresh.
Yeah, they put
fresh used to be bad at that.
They put their food in for like 5-6 minutes. I was like,
dude.
You know your shit's fucking boiling at like 3 minutes, right?
Yeah. Fresh used to be bad with that. I remember like you remember how fresh is like the break room was or the lunchroom. This is a big ass like room, and people heat up their food. And you're like, bro, I'd be like, I used to have to like walk around somewhere else, or actually, I would try to find like either other microwaves, but of course they all be taken up. But I remember years later too when I was doing security at another building, or years later I was doing security at this other building. That reminded me of Fresh, and then like everybody like a lot of Mexicans would heat up the food at the same time. And then black folks would get mad, like, yo, man, what the fuck?
They take so long.
What the fuck, man? Like, yo, it's boiling in it, man. Take it out. Like,
dude.
They would fight over that microwave, man. Because you only got 30 minutes for a lunch break. You gotta, it's like this, man.
I was like, hey, Ricardo, your shit lasts, dude.
Like, what is your mouth made of? Get it out.
Fuck, your tortilla needs 7 minutes. Get that shit out of here. Open that shit, take the tortilla, throw that shit on the ground.
Damn.
Step on it. That's your lunch.
You just eat it. Eat it. No, it used to be, I remember, oof. And I ain't getting mad with them. I was like, I get them with the food to be had, but 7, I think anything more than 4 minutes, I'm like, okay, you trying to do like a,
are you a
Hungry
home?
Man? Is it a Hungry Man?
Yeah, are you at home? No.
Just, like, for real, you gotta be considerate about, if your food takes a long to heat up, then bring something that doesn't need that much heat time.
Yeah, they don't think about other people. No. They think like their shit need to be as hot as possible.
But that food be smelling like bomb. That food smells so good
they
though.
Have like 2 minutes to eat it.
Yeah, I'm like, but they don't. I don't think I never seen anybody finish it though. It's like just put the cap back on to eat it the next day.
I never watched them because
I watch people.
I'm trying to eat my shit because I lost all that time.
No, I'll be eating and watching them like, damn, man, I'm just gonna save it for tomorrow. We're gonna go through this again.
I only got 1 minute. I don't got time to watch nobody.
1 minute. All right.
Can we take a quick break real quick? I gotta tie my other shoes. I forgot.
Oh yeah, let's get it.
Well, when we get back, you got another story?
Let's talk about the China plane that crashed.
Oh, the China plane.
Let's get it. This is horrifying.
Yeah. We can do that. All right, be right back. What's up, guys? You guys seen the Harry Potter game? They're making a Harry Potter game.
I did hear about that. I ain't seen no footage though. I did hear about it.
Shit looks trash to me. I thought it was an MMO game, but it's not.
I thought it was going to be. It's not?
No, it's like...
The way it was promoted, I thought it was going to be...
I thought it was an MMO game, but it's not.
Holy shit.
You still get to create your own character and then just...
Linear storyline.
It's just like any other regular Lord of the Rings game or walk around and do magic tricks. They try to make it deep, but I think they have too many hands in this pot to where it's not going to be fun because everybody has their own idea of doing like different missions. So they have too many teams working on it to where it's just going to be a shit show. It's not going to be a fun game.
Man,
they forgot like the fun part of it. They just know the expensive shit you have to put in to make it look cool.
And it's owned by Warner Brothers, and because Warner Brothers I think owns Harry Potter. I can see it be.
And Illuminati owns them.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah. I can see it being a mess.
It don't look fun.
I was interested at first. I was okay when I first saw like clips of it, but then now that I'm hearing the results of it, I'm like, it's par for the course with these damn video game franchises for the most part.
It doesn't look fun to me. There's just too much little shit you do in that game to where like, this actually looks more like a job.
This was the fun. Like this is labor.
Holy shit! You have to go to school in that game. What?
And why did I escape this shit?
Bob says Warner Brother do good shit. Oh,
I mean they got some good stuff though. Disney's more evil though. I think Disney's way more evil, but that's just my.
I think all those companies, like if they're owned by somebody like big like that.
What's your intentions with my child?
Yeah, the whole shit is the whole reality is to control like the brain, your brain.
Yeah,
like the whole shit is to control. Damn, I forgot the saying. I heard it in a song, but everything is about controlling your mind, how your mind thinks and everything. If they can control how your mind thinks and everything, right?
How you operate.
You obey and everything. Whatever they say, you'll do it. Mm-hmm. That's how they have their control. If they can control your mind through like programming, through TV shows and whatever.
Yeah.
Make you scared through all these TV shit. Like
that's like it's trying to predict people like how so much now. Like I don't know if anybody knows this, but AMC's trying to be slick right now with movie ticket prices.
Oh, I know what they're saying.
What was it?
There's a war going on for your mind.
Everybody's fighting for that consciousness.
From Flowbots. Yeah,
you know what? I knew. I had a feeling that's what you was probably talking about.
Really?
But I wasn't sure if that's what you were talking about. Whoa. Flowbots or either. The other kids with the pumped up. Get them that those
Foster for the kids.
Yeah, I thought you think it was from one of those
Foster
two.
Foster the people.
I was always gonna be one of those two. Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's a war going on for a mind from the beginning. Whoever can control the mind of like the masses, they control everything.
Got it, man.
So
that's as far as like
Foster the people. Okay. That's the band. Yeah.
Okay. It's real shit though.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why right now, before we get back to the show, this is for all you live people. So with the AMC movie theater tickets, they're actually doing this thing where they're going to charge for more money for specific times in theaters that you go see it, and seats that you pick in theaters now is going to vary in price. It's not going to be flat. It's not a flat rate anymore.
Wow, that's bad.
But they're starting to realize how people's brains think. Hey, I want to go on this day. I want to go on this Saturday. This day, I want to pick this seat in the middle of the everything in the middle.
Concert style.
Yes, they're starting to go for that shit now in theaters.
Wow.
They figured it out, and they're doing this at such a bad time when people are just trying to go back to theaters. I think it's a horrible time to do. They should have did this shit back in the 90s if they was gonna do this shit.
Yeah, because we're not used to it.
We ain't used to it. Now y'all trying to do shit when
we're used to that flat rate, $750.
Matinee prices, whatever. But yeah, they fight. But
you want middle seats? Oh, the premium seats where you can actually hear all 79 speakers.
All right, $30 for the seat.
That's the extra $39.69.
And if you got a girlfriend, that's $60. And then you want to eat. And then we're just talking about seat prices. We ain't even talking about eating.
Damn.
But yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, and the whole theater is being surveillance, so don't be doing nothing crazy.
Don't stick your dick to the bottom of a popcorn, like a little cup, whatever.
Let me just get some pop. Oh shit!
Ooh.
Whoa, what is that?
Yowzers!
Oh, that's butter.
All right, ready to start?
All right, I got a story.
Okay.
Okay, so I came across this one story about they're saying like, do ghosts have a lifespan? Because there was a report showing that there was a shortage of ghosts in a UK like spot where one of the ghost detectors, the ghost expert, they go here all the time, and they used to have like a lot of ghost activity, but recently they haven't been getting a lot of activity with ghosts. So then that guy started saying, hey, is there a lifespan? Like, do these ghosts they actually live forever, or is there a lifespan to where they fade out and then they can't even be detected anymore? according to this one UK ghost investigator reporter, he's been doing this for like decades, and now his instruments for picking up ghosts, it's not picking up ghosts anymore. He's saying like
they left.
It seems like they're not here no more.
So they went somewhere else.
Yep. So his job, as far as making money with these ghost investigations, is going downhill because he cannot prove it anymore that there's activity going on in this location.
Okay, it could be either two things. It could be two things. Either that there is expiration date for ghosts, that maybe being stuck here may be like a prison sentence for them before they can move on, before they can start their next reincarnation or whatever you believe is after this.
That sounds like the real one.
You stuck in this shit for a little bit. It's like ghost prison. You gotta just relive all the sins you've done or whatever. You gotta relive it for centuries or whatever. And it could be possibly that once you serve your time, just like regular prison or whatever, you get out.
You get let go and you get put into a new body.
Hopefully with this new lease on life, with this new body you're going to be in, then you can maybe correct the wrongs of all the stuff you've done in your past. But maybe this could be going forward. Or his show or whatever he's been doing has been dipping in ratings, and maybe he's found out it's a fraud, and maybe he's trying to...
Impossible.
Maybe trying to find out something else. Or it could be a possibility. Maybe trying to find some other different type of clout to jump on. Like, hey, they're all out here. Like, you know, saying like he's trying to scam people and shit. But it could be on that level. But I'm gonna lean towards on this one with the this planet ain't gonna be here forever either. If you really think about it, this shit ain't gonna be here forever. Not even this planet. Not this galaxy.
Says who?
Science. This sun is gonna kill us all eventually.
Oh shit.
This sun's gonna blow up eventually.
So we're gonna die.
This planet's gonna be done in like. What is it, like 4 billion years or some shit? Like it's gonna turn to like a super red giant or some shit and just consume the sun. Consume all the planets.
Eventually, it's gonna happen.
So then, what would the ghosts go after this? So
what would you recommend people do right now? Knowing that like the Earth is gonna
eventually get wiped out.
In the future.
And that's so long from now that when it does happen, scientists have already like theorized that it won't even be humans anymore on this planet. It'd be like reptilian people or some shit. It's gonna be a whole different. 5 billion years is such a long time. The way
reptilian people.
I'm just using an example, but I'm saying like because it's like this time about like 4 to 5 billion years before the sun goes like reaches like a red giant mode, to where when it goes red giant mode, the sun's gonna start to reach out all the way out to Jupiter, which means anything in front of Jupiter is gonna get wiped out. That's including Earth. So if it gets that far out, it's like, all right, basically they're saying like it's gonna just eventually just wipe out everything. So my thing is like if ghosts have like expiration date. Ghosts can't stay on the planet that's going to eventually not be there anymore. I guess all I'm trying to say. By the time this happens with the sun, though, humans ain't going to be around no more. There's going to be a whole different species running around. It happens. It's going to be...
Yeah.
Humans ain't going to be exist no more. There's going to be some other thing.
Yeah, the whole thing with ghosts is like... It's like a hard drive, right? You already delete a whole hard drive, but there's still shit that's lingering around. And then some people are able to see that. Because they're able to still see stuff from another reality.
Some crumbs, I guess, or whatever.
But all it is like you're seeing like residue, like from something that happened, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, so the ghosts, they're actually like, a lot of the ghosts that's still here, it's mostly like the aggressive ghosts, like the ones that didn't even think like they deserved to fucking die, or they think like, you know, they can't move on because something so strong that's here that's still holding them where they can't move on. Because let's say like you're still in some fucking relationship where shit happened too fast. Where we're like, wait, hold on. You know, you're still holding to something on like this earth. So like that ghost, that memory is still lingers on. Even though after like death. Because you're still holding on to that shit. Yeah. So your energy or whatever, your ghost, it still plays that same role. That's why like you see a lot of like those kid ghosts. Because kid ghosts, they have no idea what the fuck happened.
Yeah,
those are the most scariest because they don't know how.
Confused, scared. Like, where's my mommy? You're like, oh my god.
Like, hey, it's 9 o'clock. Stop. They don't know what time it is.
Chill. Stop.
Where's my mommy? Hey, stop. You can do this shit tomorrow when the sun is out. But I know you didn't learn this when you were alive. But like, when it's dark, you don't scare people. You stop it.
You be like,
just stop.
You be like, bro, I got a date over here. Please get help. Just stop, man.
Bob says some ghosts just don't want to move or don't know how to.
And I think that's what it is. I was about to say
they don't know how to. Yeah.
So free your mind right now before when you get to that point and you stuck in this thing of where you can't you
this loop.
You just loop because
like an anger loop type.
because like I was thinking just now too that with the problem probably with ghosts is that it might be just some people who never really thought of an afterlife or possibly of anything outside of this.
So when they die so quick, they don't accept
it.
And
they're just stuck here until they realize now they're in the afterlife and have to understand how this shit works instead of understanding it before you get to it.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
why.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they don't know how to move on.
The Others, Bob said it right there. Yes, The Others. There's a
that movie.
There's a movie.
Yeah.
There's a movie called The Others, which it's with Nicole Kidman and some two little kids. That's her kids, but it's basically a very slow burning movie. That I told like plenty. I even got my mom into that movie because it's basically because like it's around this. It came out around the same time as like Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
With like Haley Joel Osment and Bruce Willis and all shit. It came around like maybe not too long after that, but it's not a complete ripoff of that movie because it's about like people not understanding the fact that like we need to get past this shit because of trauma or whatever, and it's a whole movie of fuckery, but it's very good. I would recommend watching The Others because it's all about accepting reality for what it is. But when you don't accept it, you start losing your mind and you start becoming a problem for everyone else around you. But it's a very, very good movie. Very good movie.
Shell Shock says Patrick Swayze made a great documentary about ghosts.
What? He did?
I didn't see it.
No, I didn't know that either. I love the movie Ghost, and I did not know he did that. Rest in peace to that guy though too. That was that came out of nowhere. I ain't gonna say came out of nowhere, but he was a good actor though. I did like Patrick Swayze.
But yeah, ghosts. Like imagine like there is like a shortage on like ghost activity, so we haven't been seeing a lot of activity going on with ghosts or whatever and stuff.
So what's stopping their presence? What's
something right now? I feel like something is going on this whole earth. Like something is off. Something is definitely off. We are still rotating, but we're rotating with like a different, almost like we opened up a really big door gateway from the other side, where I think a lot of bad shit is also coming in, but and a lot of the shit that's here is leaving.
Well, people have been saying this lately, since like last year or probably since 2020 started, that we're living in the age of Aquarius, of the Enlightenment time. So. And maybe this is the part of the Enlightenment movement where even the spirits are starting to get enlightened. Maybe I don't know.
Is it the Enlightenment period, or is it the door opening period, where it opens like the doorway between the different realities? Like the veil is like it's like somebody lifted up the veil and like, hey, here's Earth, and then we're like, and then those other people like, hey, here's the other side. You guys want to see the other side?
I always thought it was like maybe like the Enlightenment period right now, only because it seems like more people are starting to understand how this shit works a little bit more than just working day by day. I mean, we all like live the life of a robot on some level.
Yeah.
But as far as like people start to understand like on some real shit, like literally the other day, my mom brought up something like the multiverse, like.
Your mom?
Look, we are hitting a point where like people are starting to talk about shit that was only like science fiction, and now people are saying like, oh, maybe it's from another Earth. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is.
Your mom said that?
My mom made a joke about something like, oh no, like somebody was going to work like, but it's probably like this on another planet. I'm like, on another planet, or like some on another planet in another universe. I was like, what? But she didn't not the term multiverse, but what she was saying was like multiverse. I was like. And that's when I was like, okay, this is.
I think like
people are learning fast now with what's going on.
Yeah, I was watching like a video how they're talking about like how everybody's like waking up and stuff, right? Like imagine like you're waking up, and then you have like a VR headset on the whole time, looking at life the whole time, but it's just a headset. But you took the headset off, and you're like, holy shit! Like I've been experiencing like this fake ass life this whole time.
My hands?
Yeah, you're like, holy shit. I was watching this one episode of Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah.
And they had this one episode where they went to an arcade.
Morty got in that machine?
Morty got into the machine. He got into like a life machine where he actually really lived out a whole life.
As an old man.
Yeah.
Yes.
He lived a whole life, but he's in an arcade, like playing through the whole life.
It's probably a couple minutes he played the game.
And he played it safe.
Yeah, simply safe. It was, I think he died, fall off like a stool as an old man. And then when he came, and like he had a funeral, and when he came out, he was like, what the hell? I just lived like, and then I fell in love. I had kids. I was a grandparent.
Yeah. And then he was like, it was all fake.
He was so upset.
That shit was crazy. I
Yo,
was like, man, when I watched that episode, I was like, holy shit.
That's one of the best moments of Rick and Morty. I was like, this is, and I think that was like the beginning of the episode too. It was like,
yeah, I was like, damn. So then that made me think like, damn, like what if we're going through life like that, right? Like we just went to arcade mode and we're playing through our life, but we're so scared, right? Because the system, the way it's built and designed, it makes us afraid to actually try to get the highest score.
Watch when you come out the VR, you're like top score. When you come out, like, watch, you'll come out and be like highest score. It's gonna be like Elon Musk, like 800 million.
He got the highest score.
There was some shit like somebody going like Kanye West is second.
Yeah, like, I was like, they would have the highest score.
Like they get this shit like on some bonkers level.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, holy shit, this whole fucking time, man. We're playing a game, right? We're trying to live this life, but then we're trying to get the highest score in the game. And then we realized like we gypped ourselves up because we're trying to play by the rules.
Yes.
Where we cannot like the highest score.
You're trying to live in the rules of the reality that is not. Like, you're trying to live within the boundary of the reality instead of like, man, these rules are not real. Like this is man-made stuff. This is something bigger than Earth. And
then there's like little pieces, like parts in the games. Like I would say, like they're like the Easter eggs, right? So I would say like an Easter egg would be like, you ever had like your first real psychedelic trip? That would be like an Easter egg to get you off like this path to where you think like, oh, this path is like this way. So you eat like the psychedelic, you get that Easter egg. Like holy shit, like life is not really what you actually think it is. You know?
Yeah.
Like you see life like in a whole different view. And this is how like a lot of people that's in those big companies, big CEOs for these big tech companies, all those dudes, they hit psychedelic trips and shit.
You got to, man.
Yeah, all of them.
Or somebody in that circle did and help them push them up. But somebody
all of them,
did.
because they saw like the bigger picture, and then they were in the position to capitalize on that as soon as they saw like the big picture. But a lot of those big CEO guys, Steve Jobs, when he was still alive, he had to go through like that whole psychedelic shit where he was like, holy shit, I'm about to change the world now, you know? Like him, I don't think
I am a god.
I don't think Elon was one of them. I don't think he ever did that shit. But he was one of the ones that's just born already. Like his path was already. There's too many people that's involved to make sure he stay on his path to where he's at now. He had a lot of people that I think that they put him on this path to even make him realize like to where he doesn't know like how lucky he got it, you know? Because I don't even think he even know how he even got that far.
No, I think he might feel like it might be like chance or something. But no, he comes from he was set up straight for like the longest.
How he talk and stuff, I was like, dude, how you talk is like it's almost like you don't know nothing. Like I know he's a smart guy, but how he talks,
he's out of touch with some things.
Yeah, he's not in touch with a lot of stuff. Yeah. So you're like, hey, like
it doesn't make him dumb, but it almost makes him seem like alien, like almost like
he gives off that alien vibe or that AI vibe.
You're like, well, you gotta like take like come on, try to.
The non-human vibe.
Yeah, which doesn't make him less any smarter because I feel like being human don't make us smart either. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's his shit's on a different.
But his shit, you can. For me, like every time I watch him talk, or every time I watch him do his thing, I was like, "You're off," but I just can't put my finger on it. But I know, to me, you don't even feel like a human. It's something different. You're weird. You're not like a normal. But for some reason, like you're able to do all these things, like with all your companies, you're able to get your shit. Like, dude, Tesla was like one of the companies where that shit was, you know, people were sabotaging that shit. Even the people like in Europe that they do like the car driver magazine and shit.
Yeah,
they bash his shit.
Thing, man.
They bash his shit purposely. They made up a fake story about his car as like not holding charge and shit, and they got in trouble for that, and they ruined the whole credibility. So that the whole company got destroyed. But then like Elon, he was like, damn, like I look up to these guys, you know, and then they bash my car company like this, like, you know, they fake bash it. He couldn't understand the hate. So I think that was like the one little moment where I caught like Elon having like a human moment where he actually realized, hey, this does kind of hurt. Like the people you look up to, like they trash you like that.
They all a part of the same club.
Yeah,
at least what
somewhat.
Well, I like last week or the week before, whenever these gas prices are like going ape shit, right? I remember like Biden's administration or was his name
Tenendo, what's up, dude?
Jen Psaki. Oh, Tenendo, what's up, bro? with Jen Psaki, whatever. Like she's like the White House spokesperson, whatever. She like does like daily like reports, whatever, about Biden's administration. So when these gas prices started like skyrocketing or whatever, she wound up talking about how before we're like, because regardless of what people think about with these gas prices, it's not a Biden issue. Or it's not Biden doing this. These are gas prices trying to make up money for 2 years of COVID, and they're getting ridiculous with these prices. And she wound up bringing a proposition saying like, hey, as far as the human race is concerned, I'm paraphrasing, but she's saying like, as far as the human race is concerned, we need to start looking at electricity as an alternative source for like driving or whatever. Like we need to like get away from the gasoline shit, because these gas companies are just abused the hell out of prices to the point where people are siphoning gases out of other people's cars. People are at gas pumps and gotta look around. I gotta keep that burner on them because somebody might try to stake them for the gas. Like it's getting to a point. It's turned into like a Mad Max situation where it doesn't have to be. Not saying it's like that, but it's getting to a point where people start to steal gas. And when it's getting to that point, which gas is a necessity to society, if it's something that's a necessity and people need to start stealing for it, there's an issue. We need to start looking at alternative resources like electric cars or anything like that. And I can see where maybe with what's going on with Elon and Tesla, where they would sabotage them, because that is the future. It's going to go in that direction. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure they try to sabotage him because they still had ties in with like the gas companies and stuff. Because they already know, like eventually, like in the future, every vehicle, or whatever, they're gonna switch to like a different alternative energy where it doesn't have to use gasoline.
Man, no, it's just gonna be obsolete, bro. The gas ain't about to be like. Man, what we at 2022? That shit's about to be done.
I feel like I'm gonna go through like one more gas car. Like I'm gonna buy one more.
I'm shopping
car,
right now, man.
But then my car after that is gonna be electric.
I'm shopping right now for like an electric car, just only because I've been like reading stuff about like the packages for like a Tesla car, like what you can get, like where the stations are at. 'Cause I used to think there was like no stations anywhere. They're scattered out. They're there, but it's like the car, how the car is built, is like it can get you to a station.
Yeah.
Wherever it's at, they're not gonna give you no car. I mean,
if I have a Tesla car, I would have the charging station at home, of course.
Yeah, for sure. Oh hell yeah! That's the main. That's the main one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't really know where else.
Bob says the whole ship burned down with cars.
Oh, there was a ship that just was there a ship that burned?
Titanic?
No. Something happened with like a cargo ship recently again. There was another cargo.
Was it electric cars?
Was it Chesapeake? Was it up in Baltimore? I think it might have been Chesapeake Bay. Something happened. I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think another thing. Okay. All right. So you want to finish off this one last story with this show? With this?
Oh, how the plane did the nosedive?
China. We got to talk about this. This shit was insane, man. I was horrified when I saw this picture. When I saw the video of the plane. All right.
Yeah. So this Chinese commercial plane that was carrying 132 people was flying at normal speed altitude when suddenly the plane descended and almost went into vertical trajectory.
I saw the video. I was like, yo, whoever's flying it was trying to kill everybody. That was bonkers.
That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like something that's not natural, like as far as like
plane crashes like trying to like gain altitude,
the
or
wings would carry
it or something.
Right?
This shit was like this. Like if you watch, anybody who hasn't seen it or who may not have the stomach for it, there was like a mine, like because it crashed in the mountains, right? The actual plane. They caught the camera from a CCTV camera footage of a mine shaft.
And there was like a dash cam footage too.
There's dash cam too? So I didn't even see that one. Okay. I just seen the one from the mine that was like in the mountains that saw like, if you look at the center of the screen and at the middle of the screen at the very top, you'll see the plane just go like straight the hell down. Nosedive. And then.
What's up, Stu? What's good?
Stu, what's up, man? Welcome. No, but he talks about like the plane crashing. The video was horrifying. The reason why everybody's kind of going apeshit about this, at first I was kind of like, it was just a plane crash, but then I had to take it back a little bit. How rare plane crashes are. It's very damn on a global scale. Commercial plane crashes are super rare. Maybe like little bipedal planes or whatever.
Even like the big ones, as the Boeing 737.
The Boeing, it's super rare, man.
Like they did a documentary on Netflix about the Boeing.
Okay.
But I didn't watch it. I wish I would have watched it. Bob watched it, but like I think the whole documentary is about how like how bad the plane was made, how it had like a lot of flaws.
Oh man,
I'm thinking that's what it was about in the episode.
Shell shock. If you're in the chat,
I think Bob knows. I didn't watch it, so I don't know. But it didn't make a documentary on that airline company. So I was thinking there's something bad about it.
Bob says 737 jumbo nosedive impossible. Is the video? I'm telling you, Bob, it went straight the hell down. Like it's
no. She's saying like it's impossible. Like how could that happen? You know?
Intentional. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, even like they did interviews with like pilots that flown a plane like that. They asked them their honest judgment, like, hey, could this like actually happen? They look at it like, dude, this shit, it should have never happened like that. Like they're saying like, no, like I've flown this plane for like 20 years, like stuff like this, stuff like that. It just doesn't happen like that. They even say like, even if like two of the engines like on the plane completely shut down, like still with the wings, like the wings on the plane, it should be able to like the plane should like gliding
something. That's what it's designed for, to like stabilize it or something.
They're saying like they didn't want to say it, but they're saying like this stuff looks the way it fucking went head down first,
straight the hell down.
It looks like intentional.
And I remember I was reading something too earlier about with the plane crash. They were talking about how hold on, let me try to find it.
Stu says the nosedive looks crazy.
Yes, it says
made me think. Yeah, it was intentional. I believe when I saw that video, I was like, dude.
Well, like the I don't know if it's like the Chinese government or whatever, it was like the Chinese airport or whatever, or flight officials or whatever. They were saying that all the pilots and everybody working on the plane was in a healthy state of mind when they started working. Like they're like, so basically like nobody was crazy when they doing it. They trying to throw that out the window already. Saying like, no, it wasn't nobody crazy that crashed the plane, but man, you don't know how people days are having. But
yeah, they can go into work like Billy Waters,
some snap
clock out as Ted Bundy.
You never know.
Come on.
It says minutes before the disaster, the plane had been cruising at an altitude of 29,000 feet. About sorry. It says 29,000 feet according to flight tracking data from Flight Radar 24. Right. Then the jet nosedived so quickly it plunged more than 25,000 feet in under 2 minutes, which means that shit was booking it. And that's why I was like, the way it looked when I saw the camera, I'm like, dude, they was trying to. It reminded me of Breaking Bad. That's what it reminded me of when I saw this.
What part?
With the okay, anybody who's ever seen Breaking Bad, you know what I'm talking about. But spoiler alert, who has not seen Breaking Bad? Remember when the chick was with Jesse Pinkman and she died from an overdose because Walt didn't save her, and then the dad worked at the flight tower thing, and he made the planes crash in the air. The control tower, and he made the planes crash because he was just like, my daughter's dead, I'm gonna just kill everybody. Yeah. And made the planes crash, so that's why that pink bear was in the pool and all that, because the plane blew up. Because you don't know when people.
I don't remember that scene at all.
What? That
plane crashing? What?
Okay, there was like maybe it might have been season 3 of Breaking Bad, but I remember the show started off with like a pink bear floating in like this pool, and people was like scooping it out. They was putting like wearing hazmat suits, and they was putting it in bags. But it was basically like the beginning of the episode of the season was kind of like, what the hell happened? But then throughout the season, you want to find out the girl that Jesse Pinkman was messing with, who used to be a junkie, yes, and who became a junkie again, who then tried to like fuck over Walt White, who then I think she OD'd and he didn't save her. But then her father was like, I'm so upset, I'm gonna just kill everybody in the air. Yeah. And he made the planes crash. It's like,
I knew like the whole story with the, like them, like her like overdosing, but I don't remember the part with like the plane.
I can't think, bro. Like, my bag. Yeah. I get it. I was in the Air Force. I can't think of like. I can't think of flight traffic.
He said earlier. He said like even without power, like the plane, it should glide, right, with the wings and stuff.
So for like safety reasons,
like even if like the two propellers or whatever with the jet engines, even if they shut off, like still the plane is designed to just glide, not do no head dive. Yeah. That was weird to me.
That was horrifying. When I saw the video, I was expecting to see the plane like when I was watching the video, because it's like a couple seconds of like, okay, blank screen, nothing's happening. After the video froze for a second, I was expecting like the plane to fly from like either the left or the right, just kind of just cruising and like
this shit dropped.
It was like this. I was like, oh my god, and then
I was like, oh,
it was horrifying. Tenendo says, maybe the pilot had a heart attack. If he had a heart attack, he's like, oh, I'm going to take everyone with me. If he's like, I'm going to take everyone with me. Oh, this is the big one.
It could happen. Then he gets in like his palms sweaty. Mom, spaghetti. He's like, fuck it.
He's ready. Like, he's ready.
Like his yeah, he just took everybody out.
Yeah, sudden health problem. Yeah, it could have been something like that. But
here's another thing, dude. It was like a Chinese plane, right?
Oh, I thought they were trying to start a war too.
Here's what I wanna. Here's my question: who was on that plane that was important?
Oh my God, no. Actually, no. There was
Who's important on that plane? Let me get like the roster on that plane.
No, there wasn't a roster, but there was a person on the plane.
Shock says, with something that size, you should have at least 3 crew members in the cockpit, so someone else could have glided in that.
If something else don't work, somebody else can take over, like autopilot. Yeah.
Can guide it if that one pilot had a heart attack. Stu Jersey says, the nosedive I saw from 2 different angles. One looks straight down. One looks more on an angle, not a straight down.
Yeah, you can see like,
but it's still weird as fuck. Yeah, I did see the 2 videos where it did look like one just went straight down, the other one almost looked straight down, but it's going nosedive. It's
kind of like going like this, like a crest, I guess, but it's still like still like hauling ass.
It's still nosedive. Like it's still death to everybody on board.
Yeah.
If I were ever in a plane, right, and everybody was supposed to die in a plane, I would want it to happen just like that.
Oh, mine should be quick.
As a nosedive.
Like quick?
Yeah. I'll be like, hey, tell pilot, do nosedive. Tell pilot, do nosedive. I'm not going to try to do no, like, halfway, like you might survive.
Go all in. Like, go all in.
You have to hit the button. Beep, boop. Pilot, nosedive.
No, if I was to be pilot, please put in your seatbelts. Oh, come on, man. We ain't going to make it.
Hey, pilot, nosedive right now.
Go.
I don't want to see no struggle.
What's about to say? Netflix was about the 737 Max. This was the Max.
That makes me want to watch it so bad now. Yeah, ever since like that shit happened now, because Bob, she actually recommended me watch that like a few weeks ago before this Chinese thing happened.
Yeah.
She's like, I just watched a documentary on the 737 Boeing jets.
It just so happened.
I was like, why?
Bob, did you do this?
I was like,
Bob, did you do this?
I was like, why do I want to watch this? And then, I was like, what's this documentary about? And then she's talking about all the defects, what's going on with the jet. Still interesting, but it's actually more interesting now.
Now, prior before all this, like when you
since the Chinese plane, the 737 Boeing jet, by the way, did a nosedive in eastern China somewhere.
Bob
wherever
says,
that place is.
Bob says no jinx. All right, we'll take your word for it. I don't know. You might be on the government watch list.
She's on the blacklist.
It says Stu Jersey says nah, I want to live. I want to be a part of the TV movie We Survived. Yo, on NBC. Do they still do that? Like,
we're on Lost.
I'm showing my age on this. But
we're about to be on a show on Lost. Yeah. You know, the day like we plan a trip together, everybody.
Man, I'm not going with none of y'all.
The plane is gonna crash on an island, and we're gonna be stuck, and then we're gonna be like, "This is season 1 of Lost.
We gotta survive off of shrooms.
Watch out for that polar bear.
We gotta survive off shrooms and some kind of shadow creature."
Ah, man, Lost was such a good show.
I never watched it, but I heard it was good. But I heard the ending before I ever watched it, so
I think that the whole show towards the end, I was like, they're ahead of their time. How they did the whole time travel.
Oh no, man! It's they knew what they was doing with the
how the island shifted and shit.
I think the ending will be well more perceived now in 2022 than it was back then when they did it. Because people weren't on that fucking level of thinking back then.
That sci-fi shit back then, like
I think sci-fi to them was like Star Wars, I guess back then. I guess it might be their max. Nobody was thinking. Starshine also says, only thing I could think of. Sorry, my shit's messed up. Only thing I can think of is if they didn't have a redundant system of cables to operate flaps, ailerons, etc., which is highly doubtful. We're too advanced not to have a physical plan B. I agree. Like they have a lot of contingencies for keeping a plane from crashing. Yeah. Even if like people get killed on the plane, like most people would survive. Like I've always been like this. even though I have a huge fear of flying, I'm horrified of flying, but I do it a lot. But even though I have a huge fear of flying, I understand it's a way safer travel than driving a car. I get that 1,000%. The problem I have with flying is this: I have a better chance of surviving a car crash than I do surviving a plane. Though that's when you really gotta break it down. Who survives a plane crash? That's the horrifying part. If I could walk away from it, then I wouldn't be too worried about it. But
here's how I think of it. Like, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna die anyway in a plane, it's not in my hands.
I'm lighting up a cigarette. That shit's going down.
I was like, okay, it's not my responsibility. Like, whoever, like, if I'm supposed to die, then this shit is supposed to happen. It's not in my hands.
What did Bob say? Not for you though. Yeah, but it's just
but like what driving?
You got more control over the situation.
Yeah. You have to take responsibility of how if you didn't use your turn signal or whatever, somebody's drunk driving, but you still try to drive next to him.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This is one thing I saw last.
More control.
But no, there's about the guys.
But it's cool. Like, would you rather have control over your death, or would you rather be like, oh shit, I have no control and I just died?
More control. And I think, and I realized this years ago with me with flying, it really came down to like, because I'm not flying a plane. If I was flying it, I would be more comfortable with it. If I knew how to fly it, knew how all the switches, I would be more comfortable being in. It's like being a passenger of a car with somebody that.
So you'd rather die in your own.
I'd rather be driving or flying this shit.
Yeah. So you'd rather die in your terms.
It's a control thing. I think that's what it comes down to.
So you'd rather die.
Me trying to like fight this shit. Like,
you'd be like, all right, I'm gonna die on Tuesday, 8 o'clock.
But I can prevent it.
That's almost like what you're saying.
Why would you say that? Man, I got to drive home after this.
No,
why would you say
that's what you're saying. Like, you're like, to me, like, if I don't know how I'm gonna die, I'd rather have it die. I'd rather die where I know I don't have no control. Where I know, like, all right, I can't fly a plane. Nobody else here know how to fly a plane. If I'm gonna die, like, if I'm supposed to die like this, do it to where I can't control nothing.
Even if I didn't know how to fly a plane, you know what my brain would be like doing? I'm like, hey man, like, I'm going to the cockpit. I'm gonna kick over this fucking door. I don't know what they doing in there, what their plans is, but yo, if they knocked out unconscious, I'm gonna.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna Denzel Washington flight this shit and fly this thing inverted. Like, yo, I'm gonna do, like, my brain for survival is so intense. Like, I would do anything to do it.
No, like, if we're in a plane together, right, me and you, and this shit's going down, before you run, you know what I'm gonna do?
Don't try to hug me.
I'll grab you back.
Why? I knew you was gonna fucking touch me.
And I'll be like, hey,
let it go.
Let's finish these peanuts.
Oh,
let's finish our meal real quick.
Say, man, no, I'm trying to smoke this cigarette. Get off me. Like, no.
I was like, it's not gonna be over soon. You're gonna start a new life soon. Let's just finish these salty ass peanuts, man.
I'm like, but do you know this, Billy?
The next life, you know where we're gonna eat? Salty peanuts again.
We might be a crocodile the next life. We might be eating raccoons. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna be judged by those Egyptians. The Egyptian god. They're gonna be right there, little beep boop. They wear the fucking mask, right? The Egyptian mask. They look like a
pharaoh.
Yeah, like
alien. What?
I swear to God, we're gonna see that shit, and then we're gonna be so freaked out, like, holy shit, the Egyptians knew this shit from the beginning.
I'm never getting on a plane with you.
And for some reason, they have the contract for life and death, so they got their own like security team, like testing, like, like all the people that die, they're the one that put you through we over here, right? When we go to the airport, we go through, what's that security called? TSA. Yeah. So when you die, right, they have their own TSA shit.
Like a DMV,
but then they take that shit personal. They weigh your heart. Like, hey, let's see how heavy your heart is compared to this feather. So they weigh your heart against, like.
I'm gonna fight if this shit is, look, whether this simulation is real or not, I'm letting y'all know right now. If it comes down to it, whatever score we're gonna get after this, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna fight so hard to survive in the simulation that when I come out of it, they're like, "Yo, you really believe this shit? Like, you was really trying to stay." Like you was really trying to fly that Boeing.
You were really trying to stay in that arcade machine.
You was really trying to fly this plane. Like
you were really trying to stay in the arcade.
That's how hard I'm trying to fight. Like I'm trying to fight for. Say, yo, you really believe this shit?
Bob says, "Don't fly Spirit."
No, oh my god, man!
Yo.
My sister flew Spirit before. She has a funny story about that.
Dude, we flew Spirit like in Las Vegas, right?
No.
And then right before we even got on the flight, they're like, "Hey, we have a malfunction like with the plane. We're gonna have that delay." And I was like, "Holy shit!" Like Spirit's notorious for like having like malfunctions like on the planes and stuff. And then like half the people like on the flight, they were trying to get on a new flight and shit. Because, we were on the plane, but then they kicked everybody off because it was too hot in the plane. And, like, we don't even know when we're going to get this plane off. So everybody has to leave the plane. And then we're waiting for everything to get fixed and stuff. So, like, after that, I was like, I'll never fly Spirit again. Because it's too ghetto.
I've never, as I heard, like, the Greyhound of the sky.
Yeah.
I've ridden on Greyhound before. That's enough for me. If anybody ever mentions that about a plane, I
never rode Greyhound.
It's horrible. It is. Greyhound is so bad. I'm almost certain the times I've driven on it from here to Baltimore and back at times. In hindsight, when I thought about the people I've encountered on it on Greyhound, I've always been like, holy shit, they probably were a serial killer or something, or somebody on the run or something, because it's shady people just get on that shit on Greyhound.
They usually send like people, like a lot of homeless people. They put them on the Greyhound, send them into different states,
and just go, man. And the bus be smelling funky. You don't want to use a bathroom on that shit, but but Spirit. I remember like when my sister was flying out to LA one time. She was riding on Spirit, and then when she got on the plane, it was going to take off. It was like, when you get on the plane, right? And they give you instructions like, here's the exits. These are where all the seats are at. This is where this is that. Da da da. And then, so when my sister was on Spirit Airlines, this is the first time she ever flew it. She's after they got done, it's like, I hope you guys all listen, because if this happens and we crash, we're not going to save you. And my sister's like, oh my God. She's like, this is it. This is Spirit.
She's like in the emergency lane.
Yeah, she's like, yo, this is Spirit right here. This is American. Okay, so says American Airlines. That's I fuck with them a little bit.
But yeah, like if you're like in the emergency lane, like you get like the most like foot space.
Yeah, dude. I always tell people that, like, yo, get the emergency spot. If somebody's going for that door, how badly do you want to live? I'm gonna kill anybody that runs in that door.
Yeah,
I don't care.
So they'll ask you like personally, so they can get your like acknowledgement of like if you're okay. Like, hey, you're okay with being like the guy at the emergency, blah blah blah.
Actually, I didn't know this till like years ago. This is about 10 years ago now. I was on a flight going to this country called Kyrgyzstan. Oh, I might have been going to Vegas or whatever. Sometime in 2010. I was getting on a plane, right? I can't remember, it's a blur. But I was getting on a plane, and I sat next to the door to like the emergency, like the little emergency exit door shit. Yeah. The flight attendant was like, I think it was like maybe 24 time. And the lady was like, hey, excuse me, sir, are you old enough to sit next to this door? I'm like, 24. Because you have to be over 18 to sit next to it. And I was like, yeah, I am. I'm actually on my way I'm in the military.
I'm 37.
And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I appreciate it, but no, I'm not a child. Like, I could, but they do, like, if you sit next to the emergency exit doors, they do ask for your age. If you, like, if you overage, or do you feel comfortable sitting next to it? If not, we will move you away from it. I was like, bro, I will kill anybody. I
was like, can you guys move me to like business class?
But get me up there with the.
I think like if I ever travel anywhere overseas, it has to be like something first class, business class, because there's no way I can sit in a regular seat for like 18, 20 hours flying overseas.
I could do it.
I can't do it.
My thing is I gotta get drunk and then put me in a seat. Actually, couldn't do it now. I probably would snore really loud if I did it.
I couldn't even sleep, man. I have to be really comfortable. Like, I have to be able to lay it out or some shit. But there's no way 18, 20 hours I could sit in a regular.
No, you're going to wake up at some point. Seat. No, you're going to wake up at some point and be uncomfortable.
Or, I don't know, like, give me some sleeping drugs, some tranquilizer. What they call that, Ambien?
Ambien? No, man.
You guys want to hear a crazy Ambien story?
Yeah, let's get it.
Dude, so, like, you know about Ambien, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, shit, my bad.
My foot.
But like when I first got introduced to Ambien, like the sleeping drug, the prescription sleeping drug was from my sister Kelly. She gave us some Ambien, right? And I didn't take that shit serious, dude.
Yeah, Ambien don't work.
So like, I took like the first Ambien the first time ever in my life, and that shit hit so fast, right? I could barely make it to the room to get it on the bed.
Ambien is
everything. It becomes bricks. It's like my whole leg become a brick. I couldn't even make it up the stairs. I was like, holy shit.
Ambien is horrible.
I need to get to bed or I'm not going to make it.
I'm going to die. I'm going to die here. I'm going to die.
I never remember that shit. I was like, holy shit. I remember walking up the stairs like, dude, why is this shit so strong? You know, I jumped in bed so quick because I was like, if I don't get to bed, I'm not going to be in bed. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to be laid out ice cold, tranquilized like a, you know, it's like a lion being tranquilized.
Yeah. You're going to be out. No, you're going to be out. Once you close your eyes and you're out, you're out, man.
So like, I knew like the, you know, like how powerful it was, right? So like, I was like, okay, this is a cool ass drug. So, you know, me like being like young, I know Bob, she probably still takes it. She's crazy.
For real?
Yeah. Oh, if it doesn't work for her, she took too much. But okay, let me tell you like my other
one's
story.
enough. One's enough.
Yeah, this shit's so strong. So like, so I you know, like I took it the first time. I was like, okay, this shit is strong. You know, I have to be careful. I have to make sure like I'm already in bed before I, you know, take this drug, right? So I think one time like I took it where I didn't fall asleep.
That was horrible.
Then you know you hallucinate, but then on top of that, you're still moving around the house. And
you're still functioning, but you're seeing
still
shit.
Functioning. Yeah. And then I guess I was doing something weird in the house where they showed me a video later. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would I smoke marijuana in the house? They're showing I was doing like different activities where I don't remember. So you know how like when you watch movies, right? Mm-hmm. And then you see the movies where they take like some type of drug, but they end up making like a whole Thanksgiving dinner and they forget about it.
Oh, just blackout, but they did all these.
They're blackout. They
so
don't remember.
That was what you was on?
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember nothing I did that day.
Man, that's scary as shit.
So, yeah.
What if you killed somebody, man?
They try to show me a video. I don't want to watch it. I was like, I don't want to watch this shit. I don't even remember nothing.
Bro, I'm with you. I would not watch it either. I wouldn't watch it either.
So, like, when I saw that, dude, like, whatever the Ambien I got left, I flushed it all down the toilet. I was like...
Get rid of it.
I was like, fuck this shit. It's too strong. It's too crazy. It's too dangerous.
I'm with you on that, man. Like, there's some things where if I take something, I'm willing to, like, relinquish some type of control over my body to whatever is in me. But when I took Ambien before... Man, hell no. And that was just like, I think I took
in the
like,
military, right?
Yes.
I remember the kind of...
And I saw like baby face. I was like on these wooden pallets that we had outside. Because it used to rain so much in Iraq during the season I was in. We had like these wooden pallets outside that we would like walk on. So like we would track mud inside the dorms because it's like fucking like 80 of us living in one area. So it would be like mud all down the hallway from boots and all that. So that's why they built like these pallets. I remember I took Ambien one day when I decided to go have a cigarette, and I looked down at the pallets, and all I saw like was baby faces, but it was like baby faces, not like in almost like a fleshy way, but it's like somebody like carved a baby face, like baby faces like made of wood on the pallets, on every single pallet, and they were like smiling and like had like missing teeth and shit, like, you know, like a baby having teeth or whatever growing in, but then when the face would like the pallets, like each pallet of the pallet would flip over. The baby was like had a sad face, and they all just kept flipping over, and I was like, "What?
Holy shit!"
Like a sad baby face, happy baby face. I was like, "Oh my god!" I went inside. I was like, "I will never take this shit."
And that was just Ambien.
That was just Ambien. That was horrible. I would never take that shit ever again.
That's one wild ass.
It's too much,
prescription
man. And it's
drug.
legal. You can just take the shit.
It's legal.
They can just hand it to you.
The doctor be like, "Here, take Ambien." That's like, it's almost like, here, take a fucking a tank tranquilizer.
But if you smoke weed, your ass is going to prison. Like, what?
They can put a tank to sleep. Yeah, you can put a whole elephant to sleep.
Dude, it's strong as hell, and then don't mix. And don't drink with it.
Dude, that's where I fucked up.
Yeah, you are messed up if you drink with it.
I was like, fuck that. Where's that natty ice? This is back then.
You just the natty ice.
We're gonna take Ambien and we're gonna drink.
Oh my god! Imagine doing a shot with Ambien in your system.
24 hours later, hey, this is you.
This is you.
This is what you did. Bob says, but when your anxiety is high, it don't work.
I can see that though. He's just too like worked up. Yeah.
Bob says, damn. Shell Shock says, that was low dose LSD for sure.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I think in some form, like Ambien could be like stages of like a psychedelic that you would hit on certain type of drugs, because it does tinker with like some
parts of your
levels
brain.
of your brain where it connects those connections.
Yeah.
So
it helps you sleep like a motherfucker. You will sleep good as hell though. That's good, but it's when you don't.
But if you don't sleep,
but that's when the horrifying shit starts to happen. You have
good luck.
You have to go to sleep when you feel it kicking in.
Right.
Not, it is.
Yeah, if you don't sleep when you're on Ambien, it's dangerous. You don't even know what the fuck you did. You know,
you might kill somebody. You probably won't even know. That's how bad it is.
Ask Roseanne how she went on her like wild
Jewish
racist.
Yeah, she went off. It was. Oh, she did say it was Ambien, I think.
Yeah, she said she was on Ambien with like wine. I was like, okay, I can understand that.
Yeah, she did use an excuse. I could have blew it off because like, man,
still
she racist,
like,
but,
yeah, still like when you. That's like your true
self, yeah,
coming
like, out. Am I afraid of babies? Then I don't know what it is because I was like, oof.
You got something against babies?
I don't know. I just saw like a baby face. I was like, okay, cool, that's cool. But it was like a bunch of baby faces on these wooden pallets. I'm like,
so you kill a lot of babies.
It's like somebody carved it into the wood. I'm like, okay, cool. And then like how the faces were in the wooden pallets, it wasn't like just completely flat. It was like their faces were coming out of it, like the front part of their face. So it was kind of like
extruded.
It was, yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
But it's like carved.
I learned that in 3D class.
And it was like carved, but it was like carved out of wood. I'm like, okay. Then when it flipped, it was extruded on the other side. But then it was a sad baby face, but like angry too. And I was like, oh. And then it just kept flipping and flopping. And
damn, it wasn't the internet baby. You remember the dancing internet baby?
Oh no, that might have been. It might have been that too.
Like
the Ally McBeal shit. That was on Ally McBeal. That was an old show back in the day.
Yeah.
The dancing baby.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know this. It's a black.
That's like when the internet first came out.
Yes.
Bob says I used it on black people. Wait, what? I used it to black it. I would take 4 regular sleeping pills. Wait, what? 4 regular sleeping pills, and if I don't get sleepy, I top it off with Ambien.
Oh my
Holy
god!
Shit, that's crazy.
So that's why you said Ambien don't work because
oh my god! So
Bob.
she's so she's so what's that word? You know when you get used to it.
Tolerance.
Yeah, she built like a tolerance for like Ambien.
Yeah.
To where she has to take like regular sleeping pills, like melatonin, for example. So she'll take melatonin, and if that don't work, she's like, all right, we're going to call the big boss in.
We'll kick it out.
Hello, is Ambien available? She'll take the Ambien, take the full dose of Ambien, and then boom, she get tranquilized like a polar bear on loss.
But don't you wake up with a hangover though? I would assume with some type of.
I don't ever remember waking up with a hangover when I took.
I didn't either, but
it was clean. It was like a clean, like you took.
Yeah, you just wake up fresh.
It was like
you
slept for like 48 hours. That's how I felt. I felt refreshed.
I thought
that's why it's like I think people are addicted to that shit because when they take a lot, right? Yeah. They get tranquilized, they sleep like super hardcore, and then they wake up like, holy shit, I feel so refreshed.
And they keep doing it again to get that.
They're like, what time did you fall asleep? On Tuesday.
An hour ago? Like, what?
It's actually Friday.
No, you went longer.
Oh, you slept for 48 hours? I'm just playing.
You went the distance.
Oh, that's why you feel refreshed. You slept for 48 hours.
Oh, my God. 50 milligrams. Jesus. Damn, Bob.
Bob's wild.
You need to go on some walks with me. Walks help control my anxiety. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
My anxiety's out of control
sometimes. I'm growing like a new batch. Oh, never mind.
What's that?
Nothing.
Oh no, man! Don't tell your secret plans to the world.
No, I don't want to go to jail.
Oh, no, don't. That too.
Bob says it's because I work 2 different shifts right now.
No, that's bad, man. Your job should do better by you. That's not even your fault. Your job should assure that you don't have to go down this path.
Isn't Jeremy a millionaire by now? You shouldn't even be working, right?
Hey, I don't know. I don't know what was Jeremy doing, but
I had a dream like I had $29 million in my account.
Oh my fucking god!
And I was like,
I would just disappear.
I was like,
straight up.
I was like, stop playing. Beep beep beep. Alarm goes off.
No, don't wake me up.
I was like, okay. Because I'm thinking it's always like when you see signs, it's always your future self.
It's always in the future, yeah.
Trying to do some shit to you. Because like I was watching this documentary, right? There's like this place where they do like ancient rituals underground that I never heard of. And they built like this whole underground like city, right? But it's like an ancient ground where people, they do like meditations, like, you know, like not even psychedelic, they do like natural meditations and stuff. But they had this one place where they have like a place where they do these type of meditations where they put a device on your head where they send like some type of like electric signals through your brain. So they did it with like a team of 3 people, right? These 3 people, they just, the only reason why they went over here is 1, for the content, 2, just to try to expose this place. It's almost like a place like a Scientology place, but it's like more magical mystery, you know. It's more ancient and shit.
Okay,
they have like the underground, like how they do the paintings and shit. It's almost like, damn, what the fuck did all this shit?
Okay.
But so they had these 3 skeptics, right? They did these like a meditation periods where they put these devices on their head, and one of the guys, the one that's like the most skeptic, he said he saw himself like in a past life, right? But he saw himself like as an eagle looking at himself, like going through a path, like with a team going through like a, you know, like a like an ice storm. Okay. Like they were going through like a mountain ice storm pass, you know, a long time ago, maybe 500 years ago. But he saw himself like as the eagle, and
watching him,
watching his own self in the past.
Oh shit!
Giving him the sign like, "Hey, you guys are gonna make it." Like, cheep.
So he's like guiding himself.
Yeah, he was guiding himself.
Oh.
So he's like, cheep, 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 and then like the dude look up like at the eagle, like, yes, like we're going to like the right place.
I trust him because that's me.
Yeah.
Like,
but he don't know that.
But he doesn't know. But he's got this.
But then he saw himself like him in the future, like present day. He saw himself like in the past, guiding himself, but as an ego point of view. Then he was like, when I heard that, I was like, holy fucking shit, dude.
What if that's like how everybody's life is?
Yeah, like when you see weird shit happen, like nowadays, right?
From an animal?
Yeah, now, like, what I think about it, right? I think of, like, my future enlightened self, the one that's already...
At that point?
100%, like, you know, he done his shit. He's trying to help me now.
Trying to do some course correction now, back in.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm going to throw this speed bump in your way.
Like, he's going to hate this, but he needs this to grow.
He need this.
He doesn't realize this shit.
Yeah, so like when I saw that video on YouTube, like when the dude was so skeptical and he saw that, it's like, holy shit, like, you know, like our reality might not be like what we think it is, you know? Like we have like a lot of control, even with our past, you know, because you ever heard the saying, like, even like what we do today in the future can still affect our past.
Yeah. It's going to just come back
around.
around.
Like super mindfuck.
It's a loop, man. What is it? Time is a circle, what they say?
Yeah, an infinite circle. Like even whatever the fuck we do now, it can still affect our past.
And then it also affect the future if it affects the past. So
that's when your brain explodes.
Bob says in the chat, says, it's because I work 2 different shifts right now. I'm going to 1 shift in mid-April, so I should be good by then. 1/2 jobs by then reduced. I think about reading it to Islam. Calm my energy. Yes. I feel like this is coming from me who's not a religious person. Some of the religions I respect the most are the ones that I don't know. Islam is one of them like types of religions, or just other religions out there, maybe Buddhism and stuff. Just like we're more like, hey, it may benefit more. I think actually, you know what? I think religion out there as a whole is very good for someone's mental health. You just have to know how to engage it onto what is helping you for it. Because I feel like religion can go off the deep end sometimes. It can lead people down a path of like bigotry sometimes. But I feel like religion as a whole is very good for, I guess for for mental purposes, I guess, or maybe just maybe helping relax people or understanding things. So. No, I'm down with it. I
think it keeps the mind like in like a certain path. You know, like I don't think they want like people to stray off the path like that much. They still want people to stay on the path of like whatever
universal rules.
Like let's say like they did create this world, they want the world to be a certain way, right? So why would they have like so many people stray off of the program, right? So they set like a path, like whether it's through like religion or whatever it is, you know, they like, let's say you're creating like a whole new earth, right? Like you want it a certain way. You're like, hey, I want earth this way.
Yeah.
Oh, there's people going like through this way. All right, let's scare them. Let's make like in a religion to where they can go back on the path. Like I want my earth to look like this way.
Yeah.
You know, like I still want them to be happy to do love, like to show love and everything, but I wanted to do it this way. So I'm gonna put like these, you know, like these things in the way, like, you know, like the Bible or whatever.
Yeah.
Put that into their life. Let them like live that life. And because if you think about it, the Almighty Creator, you'll want things a certain way.
Yeah.
So you want
a certain
people
structure
to
type
believe something like a certain way to keep that shit locked down. You know? But I think it came to like a point, like what I think was happening, evil came in. The bad part came in.
And mess everything up?
Yeah, where it fucked up a lot of shit. Where like the bad shit, it doesn't balance out with the good shit. Like it's more bad than good right now. So a lot of stuff like right now.
I think there's still a balance on some level. We just don't.
I think it's more balanced on the evil side right now.
I think it's a balance on both sides. It's that we just never see the good. We just get shoved with so much bad in our face. It's like the good gets overlooked a lot. At least to me, I think this is.
It does. But I think like a lot of the bad shit right now.
But the bad shit has like a bigger effect on the world. Though it seems like it's a ripple effect.
Yeah, if you look at the whole generation, how it's affecting the whole generation, like damn, this generation's like that.
Yeah, man.
Like they became a slave to like TikTok like that. So you got to think like, damn, who has the upper hand right now?
Hey, who holds your who holds your future, like your kid's future in their hands, or
right,
what
like
they gonna be? Maybe
it's like, all right, you guys make babies, we're gonna take over their minds.
We are the parents now.
Like we're ready when you guys make all the babies. We're ready. You know, to fucking capture the whole brain.
This is my kid now.
Yeah,
it's mine.
That's not your kid. That's my kid.
It's my kid now.
Yeah, so they control all that.
You just feed him. That's my kid.
Yep.
I got nothing else to.
Yeah, we have to stop now.
Dude, we went long again. What's up with us lately?
It's a long episode.
We've had a lot of people drop in though. I've been seeing these people drop in. Thank you guys. Everybody showed up.
Got like 900 people. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get this cult moving. Let's go.
All right, guys. We're gonna finish this episode off. Episode number 96. If you guys like it and you made it this far, give us that 5 stars on iTunes. Leave a comment. All that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We'll catch you guys next week on Tuesday, same time, same place, 6 p.m.
Same
Eastern
channel.
on Twitch TV. Peace out. Adios.
See you guys.